would throw here. Stands back near his own end zone, fires it out, and Gorkuber's got it! He's out past the 30, 40, midfield, down to the 40, he could go all the way! Oh my goodness! Played here by Eisel. Demetto Zempel, back row attack by Toole.
There it is.
There it is! Hadley Toole gets the 25th kill of the night. Zempel with a short serve, low pass, it falls to the floor. And the ace by for Alexandria sends it right on a line, a header and a goal! And here's a rollout. Now Thompson's gonna fire right side. Mason Gorkuber's got it. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alex. The face-off and work the puck back into the Otters' end. Thorson trying to bring it out front. Now here's a shot and a score! Now another rebound, that gets blocked. Breakout pass, Thornburg up the right side. He's got room, takes the shot, save made. For a forward 1.5 somersault Pike. He's up high on the... Well, it looked to be fairly solid there.
This move that bail as a release move is a difficult move that they want to see. It's one of the required skills to her Giants.
Yep, and now off and pretty a fall here for Ty Larson.
Right, he's worked this into a headlock.
Yep, pretty tight hold
there
here. There you
is.
go. Oh, but Talon Witt on the weak side gets the rebound off the Grady Starzl miss. Now driving is Talon at 47-30. Under 11 minutes to go, and now a steal for Roderick to Hagstrom. Samson Hagstrom drives, and then three-point shots, and the Otters trail by just 3 at 14-11. Here's Alexandria's Ali Habala curling into the lane, sends it into the left corner where Toole is open and chills the front court. Here's Habala out top, now driving, feeding off to Helsher on the left wing. Bingo! Their second consecutive road game before their home opener in week number 3. Good evening and welcome to our Jutna Motors pregame show as we come to you through our latent media platforms, People Radio KXRA, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM. Thanks for watching our coverage tonight, available through the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. I am Dave McClurg. Tim Zupfer is my broadcast partner. Tim, I expect we're going to see a rather physical football game tonight. I think Monticello has some very athletic kids. Alexandria has some very athletic kids. I think the Magic, unlike Chanhassen, may look to establish their run and dedicate themselves to that. We saw that last year when Monticello was up here.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a strength of the Cardinals. The Cardinals really shut down the Chanhassen running game, I thought, for the most part. And in the first half, I thought we were the more physical team. I think we, with some of the guys playing two ways, that dropped off a little bit. And then Chanhassen changed up some things offensively, but pretty much relied on their passing game.
Yeah, Chanhassen quarterback Nathan Ramler had a very good night. Ended up throwing about 45 or 46 passes in the game, completed a fair share of those. He would end up throwing for more than 350 yards as Alexandria, in essence, made Chanhassen one-dimensional, but Chanhassen had that excellent passing attack in the second half. The Storm would score 17 of their 24 points in the final quarter to come back to get the 24-22 win. So Alexandria and Monticello are meeting in week number 2. The conditions are very autumnal, and I think the fans appropriately are dressed for the occasion tonight. Tim, I think you mentioned ahead of the broadcast, our weather almost feels like the night of the section final for football rather than the home opener for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, the temperature is still a few degrees over 50, which wouldn't be so bad, but we got the wind out of the northwest, and it definitely feels like a certainly an early October night for football, but actually it'll be nice for the players, but the fans are going to want to make sure they're bundled up.
No doubt about that, and a lot of those fans are going to be recognized on the field before the game tonight. It is Parents' Night here at Viking Bank Field, so the moms and dads of the Alexandria Cardinal football players are going to be recognized in a special ceremony coming up. We have our pregame coverage brought to you by Jottner Motors of Alexandria, and embedded in that will be our Alamere Health Coach's Comments feature. You'll be hearing my interview with Alexandria Cardinals football coach Mike Empting. It is about a 16-minute conversation, and we'll try to feature as much of that as we can. And then, of course, as we get closer to game time, the introduction of the lineups, and then also the keys to the game for both teams and the play-by-play as well. Jackson is our KXRA radio studio engineer. J.P. Boleen is our videographer. He is on top of the press box here at Viking Bank Field in Alexandria. Special thanks to all of our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports programming, bringing you our coverage. And Jottner Motors once again presents our pregame show. We're going to take a break during our Jottner Motors pregame. My conversation with Coach Empting follows these words on KXRA Radio and on our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Our coach's comments feature as part of our pregame show are being brought to you by Alamere Health. Life's better here. Dave McClurg joined right now by the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal football team prior to the home opener tonight with Monticello visiting Viking Bank Field. Mike Empting along with us here. And Mike, I know that your team gets the extra time to prepare, if you will, being that it was a Thursday night game last week rather than a Friday night. A game that goes right down to the wire. I think both teams possessed the lead in the last minute of the game. Did that one sting down in Chanhassen, considering the way it ended? Because I thought in many ways your team did a lot of good things down there.
Absolutely right. Yeah, that one stung for sure. I think anytime that, the game ends, on the final play like that, we've had a couple now in our last few games. We were home with Moorhead last year in our regular season game with them that, we were on the short end, of that field goal experience. But as a high school football coach, you feel good for the young man from Chanhassen that made that attempt because, I think it was kind of unexpected. I think it was a big play for him. So you got to kind of tip your hat. I know as that drive was setting up, there wasn't a lot of time, 40-some seconds, I think, left on the clock when they started their drive. And, we were planning, we were defending about the 10 or 15 yard line. We just knew that their place kicking wasn't strong suit, and we didn't want them to get that deep, of course, but we also knew that we'd struggled a little bit throughout the course of the game defending their passing game, and we knew that's exactly what we were going to see with the amount of time that was left on the clock. But they got down close enough with 2 or 3 seconds left to go, and to run their kicker out there to make an attempt, and we ran the block right at it. He went out there cool as a cucumber and put it through the uprights for them, and it hurts for us. You hate to see the game end like that if you're Alexandria, in our football team, but at the same time, good for him.
The game started scoreless through the first period, but it seemed like your team was, had the edge in the level of play, at least from my perspective, and maybe my judgment gets clouded a little bit. Got up 7-0, and I thought defensively you were kind of holding their passing game down a little bit, due in part to the fact that you were having meetings at the quarterback in the backfield. I think 3 sacks in the opening half. And then, as the game wore on, it seemed like Nathan Ramler was able to do a better job of getting rid of the football more quickly. But were there some in-game adjustments that Chanhassen made to make sure that your guys were not putting as much pressure on him?
We did get really good pressure in the first half. We did have him on the run. And you're right. We came into halftime, and we had that feel like the disparity should have been more than a 7-7 ball game at that point. We were doing things really well offensively. Like you said, we were able to get pressure on their quarterback. For the most part, we shut their running game down, and we did that pretty effectively all night long. But I think in the second half, 2 things. One, I think the quarterback did a little bit better job of getting the ball out of his hands faster, like you said. But also, I think our pass rush slowed down a little bit. And by that, I mean, I think we may have gotten a little tired. It's the guys that we have there up front on our defensive line are the same guys that we had up front on our offensive line. And we were able to sub a few guys in there. I think at the end, I think those guys up front got tired. Pass rushing is, it's tough. People, talk about, well, you got to soften them up with a run, the running game and all that thing. But pass rushing for those big guys is exhausting, and they had a lot of attempts. It might slips my mind how many exactly, but I think we only gave up about 30 yards on the ground, and we gave 370 up through the air. So They had a lot of passing attempts, which is a lot of pass rushes, for our guys, and it showed. It was a hot, humid night, and we were cramping, all night. And I just think as the game wore on, it got the better of us.
I'm intrigued that you brought up the idea or the note that players were getting cramped up. I didn't see it quite as much with Chanhassen's players. Was that just coincidence? Because it was a humid night for both teams.
Yeah, it was. They just about to the man-two platooned. So the guys that they had playing on offense, playing on defense were different personnel. They had a few guys who were primarily offensive players who played just spotted in defensively in critical situations. But for the most part, those 22 players were different on both sides of the ball for them.
Mike, I'd like to get your reaction as to how you felt your team reacted to going behind for the first time on the night. I think when Chanhassen went up 21-14 in the fourth quarter, you're a little more than midway through that period, and yet your team responded with a scoring drive. How encouraging was that?
Well, I think that was great. That was one of the questions that I had because, in as much as we do have some experience out there from last year, we've also got quite a few guys that are experiencing, the varsity level for the first time. Talon Witt was our free safety for last year and our backup quarterback. So he wasn't at the helm, of our offense last year when we, went on that run. But and he is now for us at quarterback, and he did a great job. He stayed cool, he stayed calm. He has the perfect demeanor, to play quarterback and to lead the team. And yeah, I was incredibly impressed with the way he responded. Like you said, down the field, we made some big plays, picked up some critical third downs, and conversions to keep drives alive, and right down to that the touchdown pass even to Brody Berg. Was a broken play. They initially, had our first reads covered pretty well. Talon scrambled and kept the play alive, and then eventually found Brody in the end zone. So yeah, I thought that was, outstanding. And then, given the situation that we were in, the hot night, it's go for two in the win, or you go to tie and play for overtime. We were tired. Overtime was going to be tough for us. So we were like, we're going to go for two. We're going to win this thing right now. Great play call. And again, Talon executed it, incredibly well.
And as I was doing the play-by-play last week, I basically said about 4 plays or so before you scored the touchdown, I said, when the Cardinals score, I hope Coach Empting will decide to go for 2. So I know I don't have any input on that and everything like that, but I kind of got the feeling, with, the circumstances of being a little bit worn down and everything. I admire that decision, but Chanhassen came back and kind of countered. I get the feeling that both Chanhassen and Alexandria are going to have good football seasons. In spite of the 2-point outcome there that went Chanhassen's way, did your team get better last week?
Yeah, I don't think you can go through a game like that with the tight competition. Both by tight, I mean, close score throughout the game. I think that builds a lot of character. I think that builds a lot of grit, for your team. You learn, way more things in a game close like that than you do in a blowout. Whether you win or lose, and also I just think the good competition that we saw, physically, personally, that our guys had to play against from Chanhassen, covering good wide receivers against a quarterback that threw the ball well against, a very good offensive and defensive line, against, D-backs that could cover really well. Our receivers had to work hard to get open. I think all of those things, creates opportunities for our team to grow. I think the biggest test for us now, to see, well, how much growth is, what we do tonight, how we show up against Monticello, who's coming off of a big win. They picked up a nice win against Sauk Rapids, and we got a rebound. So I think there's a lot of things for us yet to see about our football team. But I think coming out of last Thursday's game, I think, our guys knew that they were in a good football game against a good football team when it was all done. I think they recognized that, they found a way to make one more play. I think they knew we had to find a way to make one more play to win that football game. And we'll see how we bounce back tonight.
Our guest right now for our Alameda Health Coaches Comments feature is the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal football team, Mike Empting. On the way, shortly after 7 p.m., we'll have the play-by-play of Alexandria versus Monticello. It is the Cardinal football team's home opener. Mike, it's the second straight year that Monticello is actually the opponent for the home opener for Alexandria. And obviously, as years go by, the roster tends to turn over a little bit. Alexandria graduated some seniors. Monticello graduated some seniors. Yet you pointed out just a few moments ago that the Magic are coming in off a little bit of a high. They got a win on opening night down in Sauk Rapids. So they're actually in better footing now than they were when they came up here last year, when they went 0-1 and then dropped the game to Alexandria, then put together a long win streak to get to state. But what have you been able to spot on film when you've been able to see what Monticello did against Sauk Rapids Rice?
Monticello looked pretty good against Sauk Rapids. Offensively, they are pretty much what they've been. They want to run the football. I think when they established kind of a cushion on Sauk Rapids, I think they went into a mode of trying to work on their passing game a little bit. I don't think it's what they want to do. I think they recognize that throwing the ball right now might be an area that they need to work on. But they ran the ball pretty effectively against Sauk Rapids. Their defense is physical and aggressive. They have a lot of movements up front. I don't think they're very big, but they're athletic and physical. They tackle really well. Their guys up front block really well, and their backs run hard. You don't get a 2 or 3 score win in this district, without being a pretty decent football team. And I thought Sauk Rapids played Sauk Rapids played, decently well too, but, Monticello, I thought really had a nice night.
So you point out in some ways, as you've talked about Monticello, that kind of reminds me of what the last couple of Monticello teams have been like, that they're going to play very physical, and it's going to be tough to, put a lot of points on the board against them. It's going to be tough to get a lot of yardage against them. When you start to look at intangibles as to how this may flip to a victory for Alexandria, does it come down to, special teams play, taking the football away, things like that?
Yeah, again, early in the season, it comes down to just mistake elimination, and that was one thing that we really did well last week. I think offensively, we only had 1 pre-snap penalty. We didn't turn the football over, so we took care of the ball. All those things, are going to keep you in the game. We played very well defensively, I thought. And that's got to carry over to tonight. We got to take care of the football. I think Monticello, is going to be, a very good football team. No pre-snap penalties. We got to keep the ball moving forward when we are on offense. And Monticello, they want to run the football, and their running backs run hard, including their quarterback. So we have to be solid tacklers. And again, early season, if we can create a turnover, if we can get a short field, whether that's in our kicking game or turning the football over, create some momentum for our offense, that'll be huge. And that was one thing we really didn't do last week at Chanhassen either. It's a very well played football game, both no turnovers by either team, but a turnover here or there would have, really helped us. So we got to be opportunistic, create a turnover, eliminate mistakes, solid tackling, and make them earn their way down the field. For us, again, offensively, taking care of the football.
One final wrap-up, Mike, regarding special teams. I know that, Talon Witt can serve as your punter as well as your quarterback, so he sees a lot of duties that way. And then Levi Jackson, I believe Daniel's younger brother, was doing some place kicking, and then a different person on kickoffs and everything. But did you feel pretty good with what you saw develop there?
Yeah, look, nobody's going to replace Daniel Jackson, what we had there last year. Daniel was exceptional, And I think we had him for several years, and I think people, coaches included, our team, just got used to that. That's the way it is when you kick the ball into the end zone. The opposing offense is going to start on the 20. They have to go 80 yards. We get close, we're going to be able to attempt field goals, that kind of thing, get across the 25-yard line. We're in field goal range. We're going to get points. We knew coming in that, that wasn't going to be the case. We were going to have to develop, the next guy for us. Levi did a great job. He was 100% on the night on our PATs. Ty Wybe did a great job kicking off. We knew going in that, we had a plan for that, and Ty executed that, and our cover team executed that incredibly well. Talon actually did a great job punting. He averaged over 40 yards a punt, and actually flipped the field for us, a couple of different times. So, overall, I thought our special teams, really did a nice job. I think tonight our special teams, it's an area that we could hold an advantage if Talon, continues to punt the ball the way he did. We are going to have Ethan Carlson, who's a soccer player who was not with us last week because they had a soccer game, will be doing our place kicking duties for us. And he's looked great in practice, so we're looking forward to seeing how that goes tonight. But I think last week we did a great job. Those guys, they're all young and or inexperienced. Talon's not young, but he hasn't punted for us. I'm looking forward to see how our special teams develop tonight.
Mike, I hope you get opportunities for extra points tonight, and if Talon doesn't have to punt all that much, that hopefully will mean a good thing. But always great to talk Alexandria Cardinal football with you. Best wishes to you and the Cards in the home opener tonight.
Thank you, D-Mac. Appreciate you.
There is the head football coach of the Alexandria Cardinals, Mike Empting, our guest for our Coach's Comments feature, presented to you by Elmer Health. It's better here.
And we do thank you for listening to our pregame coverage, brought to you by Jutner Motors in Alexandria. A timeout, and then we're back with play-by-play of Alexandria Cardinal football next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Buildings.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel. Go Cardinals!
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
From Viking Bank Field on the Alexandria Area High School campus, Alexandria Cardinal football is on the air as you enjoy it on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And we're also video streaming, which is being presented by our signature streaming sponsor, Integrity Title of Alexandria. Along with J.P. Boleen, our videographer, and my broadcast partner, Tim Zupfer, I am Dave McClurg. When we do feature the national anthem as part of our programming, it is brought to you by Carlson Music Center. For all of your musical needs, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com, carlsonmusiccenter.com. DMAC gets an incomplete grade tonight on the back timing issue. We have some work to do on that because the national anthem performed by the Alexandria Area High School Pep Band was done during our break to lead out of the Jutner Motors pregame show. The introduction of the starting lineups will be coming shortly when Monticello gets the football first. The lineup introductions brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. The coin toss for a second consecutive week was won by the Alexandria Cardinals. The Cards deferred their choice and will elect to receive the football at the beginning of the second half. Keys to tonight's game, driven by Alexandria Motors, where it's one low price, plain and simple, always. Let's drive with Alexandria Motors. For the Monticello Magic, some of the keys, according to head coach Andy Pierscala, minimize the mistakes on both sides of the ball. Play physical. We expect the Magic to do that tonight. Tackle the ball well and tackle the ball carrier well. And I think Monticello's modus operandi here is to try to establish the run. Even though they lost up here by 18 points a year ago, Monticello did demonstrate a pretty good rushing attack. As Coach Mike Empting mentioned during the pregame show, mistake elimination another key tonight. His team did pretty well in that respect in week number 1. And then, of course, avoid the pre-snap issues such as false start penalties and hopefully try to win the turnover battle. Last week, that was even at 1-1. As you watch on YouTube, the opening kickoff is going to be taken here by the Monticello Magic. The Magic wearing the white jersey, Thompson Cole Mueller, will get the football at his own 15-yard line, and he will bring it out to about the 35-yard line. So a return of about 20 on that kickoff return for Monticello's running back kick returner Cole Mueller. Mueller will be in the backfield along with Cade Holthouse. The quarterback is Carson Dybel. The wide receivers, Adam Brenny and Jaron Schlungen. We'll introduce the offensive line as we go along. Again, our introduction of the lineups brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. And Monticello's going to run the football on first down, and I think Mueller got the initial call. Actually, no, that was Garrett Bauer, Bauer in the backfield, and he actually got stopped for a 1-yard loss. Tim, who helped out on that tackle?
Yeah, it was Blake Scholl with the solo tackle, 1-yard loss in the backfield.
The front line for Monticello is centered by senior captain David Engel. Skylar Pugh and Isaac Holthouse are the two guards. Hunter Miller and Captain Julian Wana are the tackles. Wana on the left side. Dybel is back in the shotgun, and again, another play on the ground for the Monticello Magic. This time it'll be Holthouse getting the carry. Cale Holthouse advances forward to about the 39. That'll be a pickup of about 5. So third down coming up and 6. Defensively, Alexandria has Jack Morissette and Blake Scholl up front, along with Evan Zabel and Adrian Miles. The linebackers, Brett Meyer, Aiden Schneiderhan, Connor Wang, and Connor Anderson. Rhett Granning, the free safety for the Cardinals, Mason Witt and Carson Getch as the cornerbacks. Again, Alamere Health bringing you the introduction of our starting lineups. Now the quarterback Dybel throws, but it's going to be a catch short of the first down by about maybe 1.5 yards. Jaron Schlungen had to curl in to get the ball, and he'll be about 2 yards short of the first down.
Mason Witt on the coverage and the previous play, Jack Morissette and Connor Anderson in on the tackle.
That will be a pickup of 4, Interesting here for Coach Pierscala. Will he give the football up with the punt? It looks like the punting unit is going to come in, so Evan Zabel, Blake Scholl, and the rest of the Alexandria defensive players come off the field, forcing a 3-and-out. The punter is Cole Mueller, and again, he serves as the running back, so I don't know if Monticello would fake it on this side of the field. Nope, it's actually going to be punted away here, and the Cardinals will get away from the football, and it will be down at the 17-yard line. So that will be a punt for the Monticello Magic, going 37 yards with no return. And Alexandria is going to start with the football on its own 19-yard line. As you watch on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube, Alexandria is wearing the red jersey tops, black pants. Monticello wearing the white jersey tops with the red pants. Talon Witt works out of the shotgun as Alexandria shows a 4-receiver set here. Spread formation, but a handoff right away goes to the running back, Brody Berg, and Berg will navigate forward for a yard, maybe 2, as Alexandria started at its own 19-yard line.
I expect the Cards might try to do a little bit more running tonight as well.
So second down, call it a gain of 2 for Berg. He's in the backfield for Alexandria. Talon Witt, the senior quarterback for the Alexandria Cardinals, about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, waiting for the snap from his center, Brendan Behrens. Now 3 receivers to the right side here. Talon Witt is going to pitch it to the right side. Mason Witt makes the catch. He's got a blocker in front. That's Thomas Hinrichs. Witt tries to get further to the outside. He'll navigate to about the 25-yard line. That will still leave Alexandria about 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, Monticello, just before the snap, rotated one more defender over to that right side. Otherwise, that might have gone for a bigger play.
So it's 3rd down and 4 now for the Alexandria Cardinals at their own 25-yard line. Just underway here in the first half with no score at Viking Bank Field on the Alexandria Area High School campus. Talon Witt again awaiting for the snap from Behrens. He gets it, pumps once, now rolls to his right. He's in trouble, scrambles to the left. He's got room to run out past the 25, but he'll be stopped at the 27. So it looks like Monticello's defense is going to force a 3-and-out here as one of their backers, I think Tyler Dish, may have gotten to the ball carrier Talon Witt. And it's going to be a pickup of just 1 yard and 4th down and 3.
Yeah, Talon's quite quick, so good discipline by Monticello, keeping players there on the backside.
And now Talon Witt is the punter for the Cardinals, standing inside his own 20-yard line. He rolls to his right and now will kick the football away. And this one's going to take a bounce, and it's going to take a favorable bounce. Thomas Hinrichs is going to let the ball roll. He's sweeping it inside the 15-yard line and will down it at the 13-yard line. That's going to lead us to a 30-second break. 7:24 to go, first period. Glenwood State Bank brings you our scoreboard updates, and right now in Alexandria, the Cardinals and the Monticello Magic are scoreless.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Monticello goes to the running game on first down, as toting the rock for the Magic is Cole Mueller on a sweep to the left, and he'll hop over one would-be defender and picks up about 7 on the first down play.
Yeah, he had a nice blocker out front that kicked one of the guys out, and Grady Starzl ran him down from behind and also helped from Mason Witt on the tackle.
So it'll be second down and 3 yards to go here for the Magic as they've got the football at their own 19-yard line. If you are watching on our YouTube channel tonight, Monticello, the visitors are advancing right to left in this first half. And now a handoff again to Mueller, and he's going to barrel forward and get a first down with some yardage to spare. He'll pick up about 11.
Yeah, that just looked like an off tackle play. May have been a counter, but got all the way to our last level of the defense. Grady Starzl with another tackle.
By the way, that last punt by Talon Witt before we went to the break, 62 yards. So he has been punting the ball well for the Cardinal football team. And Monticello gets the game's first down. The Magic with the ball at the 30-yard line on the Monticello side of the field. Again, kind of a double wing formation, set back off to the right of the quarterback, and that ball carrier is going to be dropped in the backfield. It's going to be a tackle for loss of the running back, Cale Holthouse.
Yeah, Blake Scholl getting in deep into the backfield again for a loss.
Yeah, already Blake Scholl,
loss.
I think a couple of tackles for loss tonight, so good start for him. Second down and long now for the Monticello Magic. Football resting at the 27. We are midway through the first quarter. No score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It's D-Mac and Tim Zuffer with the broadcast coverage.
And Blake Scholl plays a defensive end here.
Now we've got receiver on both sides for the Magic. Play flows to the left, and the handoff. The ball carrier is Mueller, but he tries to twist to the left and maybe gets a couple of yards and no more than that.
Blake Scholl and Connor Wang team up for that tackle for the short gain.
And, Tim, you got to appreciate the Alexandria defense. Again, they did a nice job at slowing down Chanhassen's running game at the start last week. And if you can put Monticello in third and long situations, you're doing your job.
Yeah, we've rotated a couple D tackles in there to give Morissette and Zabel a breather.
So third down and 11 to go. The Monticello Magic with the ball at their own 29. Here is Dybel looking to roll to his right. He'll tuck the ball in. He'll turn up field, and he'll be escorted out of bounds around the 35. He needed to get to the 40 for forward progress for a first down. So looks like Monticello, after one first down, may have to give the football up here.
Yeah, Connor Wang forcing him out of bounds. So credit him with a tackle.
So it'll be fourth down and 5 here for the Magic as they've got the ball at their own 35-yard line. Alexandria nothing, Monticello nothing. First punt for Monticello's punter ended up going 37 yards. Dom Marshall is the kicker. This one's a high kick, and then it takes a backwards bounce, and now Monticello's going to touch it at the 47-yard line. So that's a punt of just 18 yards there into a bit of a breeze, and Alexandria is going to get some great field position as we're going to take another break. 4:37 to go in the first period. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria and Monticello remain scoreless.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
On the first down play from near midfield, Talon Witt, the quarterback for the Alexandria Cardinals, rolled out to his left. He was looking downfield, aiming to throw, and he was flushed out of the pocket. And then near the sideline, he fired out of bounds, so it'll be an incomplete pass. And second down and 10 now for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, the Monticello defense had pressure, and they had him under control. He didn't really have a running lane to go to either.
The Alexandria Cardinals have three receivers here. Almost an H-back on the left side of the line here, along with the running back, and that is going to be Brody Berg, and he tucks the football in and crosses midfield. He'll navigate for a pickup of about 3, leading to a third down and 7 to go.
Yeah, that H-back is Blake Scholl, and he did get a kick-out block there, but just a short game for Berg.
Brendan Behrens, the center for the Alexandria Cardinals. Spencer Kleindl, Jensen Martinson, the 2 guards. Evan Zabel and Jack Morissette, the 2 tackles. 3rd down and 7 here for Alexandria. Now trips to the left side. Single receiver is Thomas Hinrichs to the right side. Talon Witt gets a good snap from Behrens and has time to throw. He's going to pass over the middle, and it's broken up in the secondary by the Monticello Magic. And that will bring up a 4th down as Johnny Moore was able to get his hand on the ball as the Cardinals were trying to go over the middle.
Yeah, they tried to throw a deep pass there to Blake Scholl, but they had 2 defensive backs back there covering it.
So now 4th down for Alexandria at the 49-yard line on the Monticello side of the field. And right now you've got Talon Witt apparently lining into the shotgun, but he might back up a few steps, and now he's showing it. And it's a punt formation. Talon Witt will put his foot on the ball, angle and kick, and this one's going to take a sideways bounce from Monticello, and it's actually going to bounce out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So I believe that will be a punt of 36 off the foot of Talon Witt. So that brings his per punt average under 50. He's at 49.5 through his first 2 punts tonight. So Monticello will have the football as it will be spotted at the 13-yard line. 3rd series for the Magic. Both teams have had 2 punts so far in tonight's game.
Yeah, the Cardinals with the better starting field position due to some good punting and the wind at their back.
Yeah, and Alexandria will navigate into a bit of a breeze once the second quarter begins. The wind has been coming out of the west-northwest throughout much of the day, right around 15 to 18 miles an hour, and now we're going to have a stoppage here. Monticello's going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go in a scoreless first period at Alexandria Area High School Stadium and a Viking Bank Field. Big thank you to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports programming who are helping to bring you our coverage, not only on KXRA Radio, but for the first Friday night of the fall season, we have live video streaming. And our thanks to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of Alexandria Cardinal activities throughout the 2025-26 school year. You will have the opportunity next Friday night to watch the game at Sartell. That will represent the North Star North District opener for Alexandria. And we'll have it for you on all of our latent media platforms. Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube, KXRA Radio as well. 7 o'clock game time next Friday night. That is the 12th of September. That will be the 4th of 4 broadcasts next week. And all of them will be on the road, each about an hour's drive from the Alexandria area. Girls soccer at Ricori High School on Monday. Boys soccer at Fergus Falls on Tuesday. Volleyball at St. Cloud Tech on Thursday night. And then football at Sartell on Friday. Monticello with a 1st and 10. The Magic with the ball at their own 13-yard line. No score first quarter. And Dybel hands off. I think that maybe Mueller is the running back there, and he works over the right side of the offensive line and will navigate for about 4 yards.
Evan Zabel, one of the tacklers, but he was assisted by a couple others.
So gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 here for the Monticello Magic. Monticello is shown the ability to run. I think Coach Pierscala likes to have that, ground and pound type of attack. May not be pretty, but he's hoping the physicality will benefit his team. Now here's a rollout by the quarterback, Dybel, tucking the football in, working up the sideline, and he'll get out past the 20. It's going to be a 3rd and short here for Monticello.
Initial pressure by Blake Scholl, but still a tackle for a short gain by Brett Meyer.
Yeah, actually they're going to say that the ball carrier went out at the 19-yard line, so maybe this is going to be wiped out. Tim Oldenkamp, our public address announcer, here at Viking Bank Field has indicated a flag was thrown.
Yeah, it's on the far side of the field, so I'm not sure what went on over there.
So the running play for the quarterback, Dybel, may not stand, but we're waiting to see what the infraction is going to be for. And
we'll get the announcement here shortly.
Yep. And it's going to be a personal foul, an illegal block on Alexandria. So the gain of a yard for Dybel is going to count and then tack on 15 more, as the personal foul penalty will put the ball out at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, we must have went low on one of the receivers or backs that was out that way.
I think if we were the NFL, they would indicate that was a personal foul for a chop block. And
well, chop block means that you have to have two people engaged.
But it is ruled an illegal block nonetheless, and a first down for Monticello now at the 34-yard line. And here is an inside handoff, and the ball carrier got bottled up right near the line of scrimmage with nowhere to go.
Evan Zabel was one of them blowing that play up, but I'm not sure.
I think that was Gus Starzak getting the last carry there for Monticello, and he picks up a yard. So second down and 9 yards to go. Clock on the move with 2:25 to go in a scoreless first period. You're watching Alexandria Cardinal football on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Listening to the game as well on KXRA Radio. Now we've got a bad snap back to Dybel. He scrambles and he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to be a big loss on the play.
Aiden Schneiderhan.
Yep, so he will get in for a tackle for loss, and I think the Magic feeling quite fortunate that they're able to keep the ball. That one kind of popped in the air, and Dybel was able to haul it in, and he just had to eat the loss, which is about 6 yards.
Yeah, it was a very favorable time to bring the linebacker blitz on that play as well, so both things worked in our favor.
So now third and about 15 here for Monticello. The Alexandria Cardinal fans situated on the west bleachers here at Viking Bank Field, stomping their feet, encouraging their defense to get a third down stop. Dybel will roll to his right. Now he's going to tuck the football in. He's got room to run out past the 30, but he may get out to about the 37, maybe 38, and that is going to be all. So it'll be a pickup of 9, but again, the Magic are short of the first down line to gain.
And that was Aiden Schneiderhan with another tackle, and by not getting the first down there, we force him to punt into the wind.
Yeah, so the line of scrimmage will be the 43. And now Dom Marshall with his third punt of the night. This is going to be a kick that kind of got knocked down by the wind, and now Monticello is going to down it at the 29-yard line. That's going to be a punt of 28 yards off the foot of Dom Marshall, and Alexandria will take over, again still with the wind at the back of the Cardinals as we are late in the first quarter. 1:10 to go in the period. It's Alexandria nothing, Monticello nothing. Scoreboard updates tonight being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. And the Cardinals have not been able to generate much on offense. In fact, no first downs so far through the first 10-plus minutes of the game.
I expect that to change on this drive.
Yes, how about a DMAC jinx in a favorable method here? Here is a handoff, and the Cardinals will run the football here. A different, nope, it is Brody Berg getting that carry on first down. So
yeah, it looked like he had a hole initially, but Monticello rallying to the football very well.
Gain of about 3, and that's going to bring up a second down. Call it 7 yards to go here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, Alexandria is flowing left to right on your screen. That will be the case for just a few seconds longer as we're winding down in the first period. Good snap back to Talon Witt on the second down play. Some time to throw. Pass caught. Receiver gets it. Berg out of the backfield, and he'll navigate forward for a first down. I'm sorry, that was Thomas Henricks on the reception there. As we watch the replay on our YouTube channel, Quality Real Estate bringing you our instant replay. As you see, Talon Witt had some time, and he was able to find his good friend Thomas Henricks over in the left flat wide open, and that's a handsome gain for a first down. The Cardinals now have it at the 46. That'll be a pickup of 14 yards there. Now Witt will throw, catch left side. Grady Starzl gets spun around and dropped in Monticello territory on the last play of the first quarter. So I believe it's going to be a gain of about 7 on the pitch and catch there from Talon Witt to Grady Starzl. The Cardinals will face a second and short when period number 2 begins. Through 1 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in high school football. The Alexandria Cardinals and the Monticello Magic are scoreless.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Start of the second period, and the Alexandria Cardinal football team has the ball on the Monticello side of the field, now navigating into the breeze. We have no score. 2nd and 3 at the 47. Talon Witt with the delayed handoff. Brody Berg sheds 1 tackle and gets forward to about the 45-yard line before he gets slowed down. Garrett Bauer, among others, in on the stop for the Magic.
Oh, I thought he might be a half yard short, but they gave him the 44, so
yeah,
first down.
Enough progress, a gain of 3 there, and it is a first down for the Alexandria Cardinals. So 4 fresh downs now at the 45-yard line. Talon Witt out of the shotgun. Quick pitch to the left side. Henricks will make the catch, and he's quickly tackled. It'll be a pickup of about 4. So 2nd down and 6 yards to go here for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, just a quick pitch out to the left side, and kind of hoping that take the 4-yard gain, but if he can break a tackle, he gets quite a bit more.
Alexandria, as you watch on our YouTube channel, is wearing the red jersey tops and the black pants. Monticello defending the end zone to the north, wearing the white jersey tops. Here's a handoff, tough yardage for Berg. Now he breaks away inside the 30, down the sideline. He could go, and no, he's going to be dropped, but it's going to be a first down and goal to go. As you're watching on the YouTube channel, let's bring up that instant replay. Again, our thanks to Quality Real Estate for bringing you the instant replay as the Alexandria Cardinals get a big run there from Brody Berg.
Yeah, he gained a couple yards and got stuffed, but no one really had their hands on him, and he just bounced it to the outside.
So a big gain there, and now it's first down and goal for Alexandria at the Monticello 4-yard line. Here's a handoff, and Berg gets smothered in the backfield. I think Garrett Bauer was in on the stop, and he also got some help from one of the interior players for Monticello, and it will be a loss of 2.
Yeah, it looked like he blitzed from his linebacker position there.
So it'll be a 2nd down and a goal to go here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Alexandria trying to get the game's first score. Here is Talon Witt out of the shotgun. He looks to throw, looks to the left, throws to the left. Ball is caught right out of the ends. Oh, they're both feet not in bounds.
Well, he doesn't need both feet, but I don't think he quite got one down.
Yeah, he was trying to do the tap dance, the intended receiver, Mason Witt, there for Alexandria on that attempt. So incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, the first few plays as we changed the quarter, we had a tight end. This is the 2nd consecutive play where we've gone with 4 wideouts.
So it's 3rd down and goal to go. Again, 4 receivers set. Trips to the right side, which is the wide side of the field. Talon Witt clapping his hands, waiting for the snap from Brendan Behrens. He pumps once, now scrambles. He's back outside the 20. Now looking to the left, and he's in trouble, and he'll pitch the ball away. It's going to be incomplete. He was able to throw the ball away to avoid the quarterback sack there. And it will bring up a 4th down play here now for the Alexandria Cardinals. So
it appears we're gonna go for it and not attempt the field goal.
Yeah. Ethan Carlson, who is the goalkeeper for the Alexandria boys soccer team, is listed as the place kicker here tonight. But it looks like the Cardinals will go for it here, trying to get some points. They need 6 to get 6 points.
Single coverage on Grady Starzl out to the right.
Here's a rollout. Talon Witt is going to pitch. Now Mason Witt tries to get to the edge, and he gets the ball on the pylon.
Oh.
No, they're going to say that he stepped out before getting the ball on the pylon. It looked like he got stopped inside the 1-yard line, and Alexandria is going to turn the ball over on down.
Yeah, he made the effort to extend that ball over the pylon, but he must have stepped out just before he could do so.
So it was an option play, and the Alexandria Cardinals are not able to convert. They will turn the ball over on downs at the Monticello 1-yard line. So, or actually, I think they'll spot it at the just outside the 1, between the 1 and 2-yard lines. But still, Monticello trapped against its own end zone. Let's hope the Alexandria Cardinal defense can rise to the occasion here and keep Monticello back close to its own end zone.
Safety would be nice.
Yeah, points have been tough to come by so far. Goose eggs on the scoreboard for both sides. Here's a little plunge ahead, and the up back is going to get maybe a yard here. I think that was Bauer on the last carry for Monticello.
One of the tacklers was Aiden Schneiderhan.
So pickup of close to 2 there. And it will be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Again, Monticello trapped near the shadow of their own end zone. No scores. We are now a little more than 3 minutes into the 2nd period at Viking Bank Field in Alexandria. The quarterback is Carson Dybel. He is under center here. And now he's going to hand off. There's some running room up the middle, and Monticello's going to get out of a little bit of trouble there as the carry is for Cale Holthouse. He'll ramble up the middle, and he's got enough for a magic 1st down.
Yeah, he got to the 2nd level there, and Grady Starzl with the tackle.
That'll be a pickup of 10 yards for Cale Holthouse, his biggest gain of the night. So Monticello has 2 running plays to get the 1st down. 3rd in the game for the Monticello Magic. Alexandria also has 3 1st downs tonight. Here's an inside handoff, and nowhere to go for the Monticello ball carrier, who gets brought down in the backfield as it will be a loss on the play. Let's take a look at that for our YouTube audience as Quality Real Estate brings you another instant replay. And Tim, an excellent surge by Alexandria's interior line.
Yeah, that was Jack Morissette from his defensive end position with that tackle.
I think Holthouse was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It will be no gain. 2nd down and 10 yards to go for Monticello. The Magic with the ball at their own 14-yard line. We started our game with partly cloudy skies and a temperature around 57, but a northwest breeze upwards of 15 miles an hour. And now we're going to have time called. Magic head coach Andy Pierscala will take his team's second timeout. We're going to make this a 30-second break of our own along our platforms. Second quarter, varsity football in Alexandria. On the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, the Cardinals and the Monticello Magic remain scoreless.
Do you want to spend a couple hours a week with friends? How about joining a bowling league at Garden Center Lanes?
It's a fun time, and you don't have to even be a pro. We have bowlers of all skill levels. We have leagues for men, women, co-ed, and even kids, with morning, afternoon, and evenings available.
Stop by Garden Center or give us a call today at 763-6565 and we can find the league just for you.
Along with Tim Zupfer and our videographer for our YouTube coverage tonight, J.P. Boleen. Give a little credit as well to J.D. Johnson. It's alphabet soup on top of the press box tonight. J.D. doing a little shadowing with J.P. tonight. I am D-Mac, Dave McClurg. No score. We're in period number 2. Monticello facing a second down and 10, and here is Dybel handing off. And again, not much running room up the middle there, as Cale Holthouse is slowed down again.
Adrian Miles in on that tackle from his defensive tackle position.
A gain of only a yard here for Holthouse, so now it'll be third down and call it 9. Neither team has been very successful on the third down attempts tonight. Alexandria is 0 for 3. Monticello to this point is 0 for 3.
Brody Hennessy in to give Morissette a breather.
That's along the interior line for Alexandria. Now 2 in the backfield along with Carson Dybel. He's looking to throw. He's going to pass left side. And a lunging grab, and the catch is made. It's going to be enough for a first down out beyond the sticks. Jaron Schlungen making the diving grab out past the 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice throw and an even better catch.
So that's a pickup of about 13 yards on the completion. Schlungen with his second reception of the night. Monticello is able to get the first successful third down conversion in tonight's game. So now the Magic, who started this series at their own 2, are operating at the 28-yard line. Now here is Dybel looking to roll. He's pressured in the backfield. Turns to his left. Turns upfield. He's got room to run, and he'll navigate out of bounds. He'll pick up about 5 or 6 yards. Tim, was that Blake Scholl who ultimately was in pursuit along the sideline?
He might have been, but I thought it was Connor Wang that forced him out.
Okay, so. And I think some additional pressure was provided earlier in the backfield there.
By Brody Hennessy and Aiden Button.
So that ends up being just a 2-yard gain. And it is second down and 8 now for Monticello. Now a little bit of a high snap, interior handoff, and the ball carrier for the Magic. This time it's going to be Cole Mueller, and Mueller is going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Little to no gain there.
About half our defense in a net tackle. Evan Zabel and also Jensen Martinson.
Okay, so pickup of only a yard there. Third down and 7 coming for the Monticello Magic. The Magic now operating with the wind at their back. We're down to 5.5 minutes to go first half. Alexandria and Monticello remain scoreless. Here's a good snap back to Dybel with the time to throw. One-on-one coverage along the sideline, but the pass is going to be out of bounds. And I think Alexandria's defensive back did a nice job there, moving that receiver over to the sideline.
Yeah, Gavin Schroeder.
So it'll be a fourth down coming up here for Monticello, as the Magic were able to get a couple of first downs, but then things stall out. And now a punt here for Marshall. Nope, he's going to run with the football, and he's going to get a first down. So the Magic go a little bit with some tricks there, and the punter, Marshall, runs a fake punt, and it's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, he runs towards the sideline, and he's kind of a rugby-style kicker, and he saw the open field in front of him and decided to bail on the punt and run it for the first down.
So clever intuition there for Marshall. He'll pick up 8 yards and a Monticello first down. 4 fresh downs now for the Magic out at the 39-yard line. So the Magic in a scoreless tie now with 3 first downs on this series.
Had Aiden Schneiderhan with that tackle.
Here's a pitch back. Oh, my. Garrett Bauer has Cale Holthouse, nowhere to go in the backfield. For our YouTube audience, we're going to run another instant replay there, courtesy of Quality Real Estate. And Cale Holthouse was in all sorts of trouble, Tim.
Yeah, Brett Meyer was the one that got his hands on him first, and I think the one that eventually brought him down was Blake Scholl.
So it'll be a loss of 8 yards on the play. And now second down and long. Monticello with a sustained series here. This play to come will be the 11th here in this particular series. We do have an official timeout here as a Monticello player is down on the field. And the player is being tended to. We're going to keep it right here as, again, Monticello and Alexandria remain scoreless here in the first half of tonight's game. We hope you'll have the opportunity to check out the Alexandria Cardinal girls tennis team. The tennis team is off to an excellent start under head coach Nick Jansen. Already above 10 victories, and we barely played 3 weeks of the season. Now the girls' tennis season only goes about 5 to 6 weeks. Alexandria will have a quadrangular tomorrow. First competition at the Alexandria Area High School Tennis Complex will begin around 10 a.m. The player that was a little bit slow in getting up for Monticello was one of the interior linemen, and that player is now up on his feet, and he'll walk over to the sideline. That is one of the captains, Julian Wana, so hopefully we'll see him back in the game soon.
Looked like they were tending to an ankle.
Yeah, he is walking, and he doesn't seem to be favoring either ankle all that much, so hopefully he gets the necessary care. But Monticello now facing a second down and very long. That last tackle for loss was for 8 yards. Now the Magic will have multiple receivers set here. Lone setback along with quarterback Dybel. Dybel's going to look to throw as he rolls to his right. Shoots it to the right, and the pass is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver upfield was the running back, Cole Mueller.
And Mason Witt with the coverage on that play.
Third down and long coming up. Alexandria would like to force Monticello to give up the football. The line of scrimmage is the 31-yard line. Monticello started this series at its own 2. And the Magic have picked up 3 first downs along the way, including a fake punt that led to a 4th down conversion on a run by the punter, Dom Marshall. But now 3rd down and 18.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just run it here and choose to punt.
Yep, play a little field position battle of their own. Here is Dybel rolling to his right, still looking to throw. Now he's pressured. He eludes the rush. Now along the sideline, he'll fire upfield, and it's going to be tipped, almost intercepted. I think Mason Witt got his hand on the ball, and off the carom, the Cardinals' Carson Getch nearly got an INT.
Yeah, he did.
But the ball will fall to the turf incomplete, so Alexandria does get the 3rd down stop there. And likely Marshall now in to punt. And ironically, when he ran for the first down on the fake, the previous line of scrimmage on the fake punt was the 31. And we're going to have a stoppage here. I think the Magic are going to be called for a full start, which will move the ball back 5 yards further. So now it'll be 4th and about 23, and Alexandria, in spite of operating into the wind for the last 4+ minutes of this second quarter, should get some decent field position.
Yeah, and really they're punting from about the same yardage they were on the last fake because they've moved backwards.
Yep, so now the ball back at the 26-yard line. Marshall gets his punt in the air. The kick is going to be fair caught at the 33-yard line. That will be Thomas Hinrichs on the fair catch. So Alexandria will start 67 yards away from the end zone. That punt traveling 41 yards off the foot of Dom Marshall. No score as we play the second period here at Alexandria Area High School Stadium. Thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports programming helping to bring you our broadcast tonight. Yep, so that punt evidently is not going to count.
Nullified.
Yep, so another penalty here. And I think it's going to be a 5-yard walk-off on Alexandria.
Oh, we must have been offside.
So false start, then offside, and now a re-kick here. So
messes up my stats, Dave.
Yeah, it messes up my sheet. Well, my sheet's already messy, and we haven't even reached halftime yet. Now Marshall, again, line drive kick. This one is going to end up bouncing out of bounds. I think Alexandria actually will get some better field position. They would have gotten it at the 33, and now they're going to get it at the 38-yard line. So that ends up being a punt, I believe. That will go 20, actually about 30 yards. I think, 31 on the punt there. So
we gained 5 yards.
Yeah, in spite of the offside penalty.
Right.
So Alexandria gets some better field position here. Now 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line on the Alexandria side of the field. As you watch on our YouTube broadcast tonight, the Alexandria Cardinals here in the second period are going right to left. The quarterback is Talon Witt. He has Brody Berg in the backfield, and Berg is going to provide some blocking here. Witt looks to throw, and along the left sideline, Thomas Hinrichs able to make the catch out beyond the sticks. I think that's going to be a pickup of 11 and an Alexandria Cardinal first down.
Yeah, we picked up the defensive end very well there. Gave Talon plenty of time to throw, and good pitch and catch there for 11 yards.
Now the Cardinals do have their full allotment of timeouts with which to use, and we still have some time remaining on the clock here in the first period, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Still no score. Here's a handoff. Berg with some room to run up the middle into Monticello territory. He'll burst forward and pick up about 8 yards, just basically running between the tackles there.
Yeah, nice hole they set up for him that time, and Brody does a nice job of running hard.
Now a little bit of tempo here for Alexandria on 2nd down and 3. Trips to the right side, but the pitch goes to the left. Thomas Hinrichs with the catch. He'll turn upfield, and his reception will help give Alexandria another first down.
Jackson waltzing in on that play to give Brody a short breather.
Yep, so the ball will be spotted at the 38-yard line. So first down for the Alexandria Cardinals, second first down through the air. Now another pitch to the left side, and Thomas Hinrichs got tackled, and that stop will be inbounds there as Adam Brenny will be on the stop after a reception of about 4 yards for Thomas Hinrichs on the throw from Talon Witt.
Cardinals going with tempo.
Yep, still 3 receivers right side, but the play has been favoring the left, and now the handoff. There's Jackson waltzing, I believe, getting the carry, running right behind Evan Zabel on that left side there, and he'll navigate for about 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and less than 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2 here. So 4 down territory here for Alexandria. Let's see if the Cardinals can get the first down on the 3rd down conversion. Brody Berg back in the backfield here. And he gets the handoff, shakes one tackle. He's got the first down. He'll navigate forward for a pickup of about 5.
Yeah, Brody doing a nice little jump cut there to make the first man miss. And once he did that, he had an easy first down.
First 3rd down conversion of the night for the Alexandria Cardinals comes with just over 2 minutes remaining in a scoreless first half. Along with Tim Zupfer, this is D-Mac, Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. JP Boleen is on the video camera for our live streaming tonight on the YouTube channel. Alexandria and Monticello remain scoreless. Here's Mason Witt in motion to the left side, so 2 receivers to each side here. Talon Witt awaiting the snap from Brendan Behrens. He'll hand off. Berg with some room to run. Barrels forward, lost the ball, and I think Monticello may have recovered. It will be Magic football inside the 20-yard line. So Brody Berg able to bust for a short gain, but the ball gets put on the turf, and for the first time this year, the Cardinals give up the football with a turnover. So the Magic will take over at their own 19-yard line. So first turnover of the night goes to the Alexandria Cardinals. Monticello has one timeout remaining and 81 yards of real estate ahead. No score here at Viking Bank Field on the Alexandria Area High School campus. Carson Dybel fakes the handoff, looks to throw. It's going to be up for grabs and nearly caught, or is it intercepted? It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Ooh.
Mason Witt is claiming that he got the INT, leaping over the intended receiver, Adam Brenny, but one of the back judges came in and pounded the hand on the turf, which indicates incomplete pass. Second down and 10 now for Monticello.
Yeah, the quarterback just got the ball away. Aiden Schneiderhan with a good pressure there.
And I think Dybel should feel very, very fortunate that Mason Witt did not pick that ball off.
Yeah, it was a jump ball there, and two of them battled, and Mason got his hands on it last. Must have hit the turf right before he secured it.
So that does stop the clock with 1:33 to go in the second quarter. Still no score. Now Dybel is under center here, and the play is a little bit of misdirection here, and the ball carrier refuses to go down. And that's going to be Garrett Bauer on the run for Monticello, and he's going to pick up enough for a first down, which briefly stops the clock while the chains get moved.
Schneiderhan eventually bringing him down.
So 4 fresh downs for Monticello, but again, the Magic have just one timeout left in a scoreless first half. As you watch on the YouTube channel, Monticello is going left to right. Now we've got multiple receivers in the game. Dybel will roll to his right, which is the wide side of the field. Pass is going to be caught, and that's a good catch out beyond the sticks there for Monticello. And that's going to be Carter Anderson on the reception there for Monticello out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, they just hit that receiver on an out route for decent gain, and out of bounds stops the clock.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage will now be the 42-yard line, so that will be a pickup of 11 yards. So Monticello now with its 6th first down of the half. Here is Dybel looking to throw. A pass is going to be incomplete. Boy, I tell you, the intended receiver there for the Magic, Cale Holthouse, got met right away.
They set up a screen pass, and they had us rushing very strongly, but Aiden Schneiderhan with a very nice read and breaks up the play.
And it's probably fortunate for Holthouse that that was not caught, because if he does make the catch, he goes down right away, and Monticello loses time on the clock.
Correct.
Still with the incompletion, we're down to 53 seconds to go in the first half. Alexandria nothing, Monticello nothing on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Dybel working out of the shotgun is now going to roll to the left. Let's see if he tucks it in. Nope, he's going to throw, and he's got his receiver open in Monticello territory.
Yeah, Grady Anderson, or Grady Storzel does force him out of bounds.
Yep, that will be enough.
Starzel.
yeah, Grady Starzel with the force out, but that's going to be a gain to the Alexandria 36-yard line, so that's going to be a pickup of 22.
Yeah, Grady, I think, made the mistake of trying to play the ball there instead of staying with the receiver.
So now Monticello on the Alexandria side of the field. Here's Dybel looking to throw, and the catch made right along the sideline, and that's going to be Schlungen on the reception, and he'll be very close to the first down marker. So Monticello's short passing game now starting to click here. The Magic will get a first down on the pickup of 10 yards.
Yeah, we brought a blitz there, but he's able to get rid of the ball quick enough.
And I believe they'll reset the clock to 42 seconds, time remaining here in the first half. Monticello on the move after recovering an Alexandria fumble back on the other side of the field. Can the Magic capitalize on an Alexandria turnover right before halftime to get the game's first points? Dibble working out of the shotgun, gets a good snap. Has time, now pressure. Jack Morissette on the rush. Pass right side is incomplete. It got tipped up in the air by an Alexandria defensive back who stepped into the passing lane.
Yeah, it was Connor Wang there, and if he would have got it cleanly, he might have had a trip to the house.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that the angle was there, that if he picks that off cleanly, he could be sprinting maybe into the end zone, but ball falls to the turf. But again, Cardinals got some good pressure there.
Jack Morissette in the backfield almost had him wrapped up, but the quarterback able to get it away.
So 2nd down and 10, now 36 seconds remaining in the first half with no score. Dibble will roll to his right, wide side of the field, and the pass will be caught. And I think that's Carter Anderson in on the reception for Monticello. Short gain, that will move it down to about the 19-yard line, so that will be a pickup of 7 yards.
Brett Meyer and Mason Witt in on that tackle.
I think the quarterback, Dibble, now has completed 4 of his 6 passes on this series. Half a minute to go in the first half. Can Alexandria get a 3rd down stop? Monticello needs about 3 yards to move the sticks. The ball in the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone. Start seeing red with Alex Rubbish and Recycling. Here's a pass left side, and the catch is made. Brenny will make the reception with his knee touching the turf at the 12-yard line, so that's a gain of 7 and a Magic first down.
Yeah, the clock stopped until they spot the ball, and now they should wind it.
Yep, and let's see if Dibble's going to clock it, so to speak. Spike the ball to, preserve time, if you will.
So we got 22 seconds left. 2nd down now on the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Monticello's put together a really good-looking drive here. This will be, I believe, the 11th play of the series coming up. The Magic have accumulated 5 first downs on this series. Still 0-0. Again, this all got set up when Brody Berg had the ball stripped away and Monticello recovered back on the Magic 19-yard line, and now Monticello's moved to the Alexandria 12. Dibble in the shotgun, has some time. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, rolling to the right, and his pass gets knocked away. And I think that was Aiden Schneiderhan who was able to get his hands on the ball.
Yeah, it was, and the pressure was from Brett Meyer coming from the right side linebacking position.
Interesting to see here. 17 seconds remain on the clock. Monticello still has 1 timeout remaining. And would this be 4-down territory, or if the Magic gain nothing on the 3rd down, would Andy Pierscala, the Magic head coach, consider booting a field goal here? If we have no further gain, the field goal would be from close to 30 yards out. But Monticello's going to try to get the first down here. Dibble hands off, and there's a short, actually no, very little gain. I think Holthouse got smothered maybe after picking up a yard or 2.
Yeah, Schneiderhan, first one in on the tackle. He did have assists by a couple of teammates.
And Monticello will take the timeout, so Coach Pierscala there, I think, was trying to cross Alexandria's defense up and thinking that it would be an obvious passing down, and instead the Magic ran the ball. So now 4th down. If Monticello were to try a field goal here, again, I believe it would be 29 or 30 yards out. When Chanhassen got the winning field goal against the Cardinals last week, that came from 28 yards out. But that was from the left hash mark. Right now here, the ball is spotted on the right hash mark. It's Alexandria 0, Monticello 0. As you listen to our coverage on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM. Thanks for watching our coverage tonight as we're doing the live video streaming on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. So the Magic will go for the field goal here. It will be a 29-yard attempt. And it looks like it's going to be Nick Friedrichs to go for the field goal attempt. The holder will be Garrett Bauer. Again, the ball will be placed on the right hash mark. This for the first points of the night. Ball is placed down, a little bit of a tough hold, and the kick got deflected, and it's no good. So Fredericks is not able to convert on the missed 29-yard field goal, or 29-yard field goal attempt. And Monticello does not score, and looks like we'll have goose eggs on the scoreboard as we get into halftime here. So Alexandria's defense yields some yardage. In fact, yielded about 60 yards of offense there to Monticello, but kept the Magic from getting on the board. And now I would presume that Alexandria will snap the ball and kill the clock and get into halftime. Again, the Cardinals won the coin toss and elected to take the choice to receive the ball to begin the second half. So one kneel down, and then the Cardinals should get the ball when the third quarter begins.
I think we were maybe short a player out. Oh, we didn't have a football.
That would be very key if you want to kneel on the ground.
We're charged with a timeout, but it won't matter.
Yeah, Alexandria had the full allotment of timeouts. We have momentarily the mid-game report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. Live, love, local. Shop Eldon's Fresh Foods at 3rd and Tacoma Streets in Alexandria. Open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now, Tim, I know that some people might refer to a low-scoring football game as a defensive struggle. I don't necessarily. I think that's kind of knocking the defenses. The defenses haven't played that poorly. It's just that the offense hasn't been able to get a lot of big plays here.
Well, each team had one very positive scoring drive, but the defenses came up strong, preventing the two scores.
So now Talon Witt will go under center, and he'll take the kneel down, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. So. First half where the defenses took their turns keeping the opposition out of the end zone. 24 minutes into the books here at Viking Bank Field on the Alexandria Area High School campus, and the teams are searching for their first points of the night. It is Monticello nothing, Alexandria nothing at intermission. Our mid-game report presented by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria follows these words on our latent media platforms from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinals sports programming.
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
A broken tooth?
Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
And intermission in the Alexandria Cardinal football team's home opener at Viking Bank Field. The Alexandria Cardinals and the Monticello Magic are scoreless. Along with Tim Zupfer and our videographer, J.P. Boleen, Dave McClurg welcoming you to our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report. Again, a big thank you to Jeremy and his entire team at Eldon's Fresh Foods for bringing you our mid-game reports during each play-by-play broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal sporting activities on KXRA Radio and when we do the live video streaming on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Again, not a whole lot of scoring to recap because we've had no scoring. Neither team has been able to find its way into the end zone. Monticello had one decent scoring chance right before halftime. Alexandria had a good scoring chance earlier in the second period. The Cardinals have been in Monticello territory 2 or 3 times tonight, but at this point, Tim's up for no points on the board, and it's almost like we've seen some action in between the 20s. Not a whole lot in either team's red zone per se, but not surprised that this is a very low-scoring football game.
Yeah, the Cardinals have the advantage with probably with the field position. Monticello has a little advantage. Certainly advantage with time of possessions, mainly based on the fact that they had 5 possessions in the half, and technically Alexandria had 5 with a kneel down right at the end with the final 7 seconds. So really it's 5 possessions for Monticello and 4 for the Cardinals. So field position, but it was really unfortunate we came up with no points when we had the ball inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's right. The Cardinals would have one series in the first half. I believe it was the 4th series where Alexandria actually started near midfield, put together a series that led to a couple of first downs, including a big burst. I think it ended up being a 39-yard run by Brody Berg, which put Alexandria with the first and goal situation. But first and goal at the 4, the Cardinals had a negative play, and then an incomplete pass, and then another pass attempt, and then on 4th down, the Cardinals tried a little option with Talon Witt rolling to his right. He pitched the ball to his cousin Mason Witt, and Witt was trying to get to the edge. Well, Monticello strung that out far enough that before Mason could get the football on the pylon, touching the ball with the pylon while he was airborne, he stepped out of bounds or was out of bounds by the time that touch occurred. So Alexandria ended up giving the football up on the 2-yard line. I think, not of very big concern, but the Cardinals also had another decent scoring opportunity after that. Alexandria was able to work inside the 25-yard line, and then unfortunately, bad time for the first turnover of the season for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they fumbled the ball there, and Monticello ended up recovering it on their own 19-yard line, and so they had basically the ball last technically. And Monticello, their coaching staff and team is going to feel like they let a good scoring opportunity get away right before half too. So each team had a couple opportunities, but each time the defenses came up strong.
Let's go through some of the unofficial numbers in this first half of play. I'll go through some offensive stats here. Tim will share some tackling information for the Alexandria Cardinals and some time of possession numbers, but we'll start comparative numbers. Total yardage in the first half, neither team at 150 as of yet. Alexandria with 123 yards of offense, Monticello 137. The breakdown there, the Magic ran the ball for 63 yards, averaging only about 3 yards a rush. The Magic have actually had some success throwing the football 74 yards through the air, so a little more than imbalance there, passing versus the running. Alexandria, meanwhile, has been a little more run-oriented tonight. 74 yards on the ground in 13 carries, so the Cardinals actually averaging a bit better than 5 yards per rush. Of course, when you get a 39-yard run by Brody Berg, that can skew the stats a little bit. But Alexandria 74 yards rushing, 49 through the air. Plays generated from scrimmage in the first half, Alexandria had 34. The Monticello Magic had, 24 first half snaps for Alexandria. Monticello had 37, and so the Magic had their offense on the field a little bit more often in that first half. Turnovers in the half, Monticello played turnover free. Alexandria gave the football up once. That was on a lost fumble. Penalties in the first half, each team with one. Alexandria had 2 penalties for 20 yards. I neglected to note on my sheet after Monticello had its only penalty for a false start in punt formation. Alexandria got assessed an offside right after that. So 2 penalties for 20 yards for Alexandria. Monticello 1 penalty for 5 yards. For the Cardinals, Brody Berg has accumulated 66 yards on the ground unofficially in 9 carries with a long run of 39. Nobody else with significant yardage on the ground for Alexandria. Through the air, Talon Witt attempted 11 passes. He ended up completing 7 for 49 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. On the receiving end, Thomas Henricks caught 5 receptions for Henricks for 38 yards. 1 catch for Grady Starzl for 7 yards. 1 reception for 4 yards for Mason Witt. Talon Witt attempted 2 punts in the first half. He had a long of 62. He's averaging 49.5 on his 2 punts. 1 turnover for Alexandria. That was the lost fumble. 6 first downs for the Cardinals in the opening half. 3 on the ground and 3 through the air. 3rd down attempts, Alexandria 1 for 4. 4th down attempts, 0 for 1. Monticello, in terms of its yardage gained, first of all, running the football, Cale Holthouse, the junior running back, 8 rushes for 10 yards. Cole Mueller, 5 rushes for 20 yards. He's actually the leading ground gainer. 5 different Monticello players have touched the football, including the punter, Dom Marshall, who ran a fake punt and picked up a first down on an 8-yard run in the first half. The Magic, 63 yards rushing in 22 carries. Cole Dybel, the quarterback for the Carson Dybel. My apologies there. Carson Dybel with a total of 15 attempts in the first half. He had 7 completions for 74 yards, no interceptions and no touchdowns. The receptions for the Magic, Jaron Schlungen, 3 catches for 27 yards. Adam Brenny, a couple of receptions for 29 yards, and 2 receptions as well for Carter Anderson, the sophomore. and he had 18 receiving yards in the first half. The Magic did not turn the ball over in the first half. Monticello attempted 4 punts in the first half with an average per punt about 28 yards for Marshall. His longest was 37 in the first half of play. The Magic accumulated 9 first downs, 5 of those on the last series in the first half that led to the missed field goal. 5 of the first downs have come through the air, 3 on the ground, and 1 by penalty. Third down accuracy, Monticello 2 for 8. Fourth down conversions, Monticello is 1 for 1. Tim, I'll let you share some information regarding time of possession numbers and other tackle stats defensively.
Well, you mentioned that Monticello was able to run a few more plays, and that shows in the time of possession. A little bit skewed because Alexandria's fourth drive, we were in kind of a hurry-up mode, just so we were running plays much quicker, which gave us less time of possession, even though we did pick up some nice yardage in that drive. But actually, time of possession that drive was only a couple of minutes. So for the half, 14 and a half minutes for Monticello, just under 9.5 minutes time of possession for the Cardinals. Tackle leader, Aiden Schneiderhan with 7, Grady Starzel 5. I've got Blake Scholl with 4, Evan Zabel 3, Jack Morris at 2, Adrian Miles 1, Jensen Martinson 1, 3 for Connor Wang, 3 for Brett Meyer, 2 for Mason Witt, and 2 for Connor Anderson. And I'm sure our defensive linemen have more tackles than I have written down. There were a number of plays where we had multiple players in on the tackle, and I might have picked up only one of the numbers.
And again, no scoring in the first half of play. We thank Eldon's Fresh Foods for presenting our mid-game report. The play-by-play of the third quarter of Alexandria Cardinal football on our Leighton Media platforms follows this timeout.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
We're about ready to start the second half of the Alexandria Cardinal football team's home opener at Viking Bank Field. Right now, Alexandria and Monticello in the same situation that they were at 7 o'clock with no points on the board. Could very well be that the team that finds the end zone first or gets on the board with a special teams play might end up winning this game. I don't know if 6-0 or 7-0 or even 3-0 will be the final score tonight, Tim, but again, I'm pretty impressed. I think Monticello's defended quite well, yielding yardage here and there. Alexandria's defended quite well, yielding yardage, but it could very well be which team can execute better in the final 24 minutes.
Well, yeah, I think, a game like this, same as last week, teams that are able to make the better adjustments at halftime should prevail. I like the fact that the Cards being at home here will have some pride to hold serve, and I expect us to do something on this first drive.
And Alexandria again gets the football. The Cardinals, with what breeze there is, will operate with the wind at their back. And the Magic are about to put the football in play. And the kick by Truett Garcia Silva is going to be taken upfield. And here's a special teams play. A big burst out past the 40-yard line. And the
Jackson Waltzing with the return.
Jackson Waltzing on the kickoff return there for Alexandria. So the Cardinals will take it at their own 46-yard line. So better than 20-yard return there. And Alexandria with some excellent field position to start this third quarter.
Yeah, Monticello choosing to kick into the wind there. I guess they want the wind with the fourth quarter, but gave up a short kick and a nice return.
The Alexandria Cardinals showing the 4-receiver set. Brady Gunberg, one of the receivers on the right side, joined by Thomas Inricks. It's going to be a handoff. Brody Berg trying to shed one tackle, does, and then spins around, and he'll be dropped right around midfield.
Yeah, he worked hard for those 4 yards.
So second down and 6 yards to go. Monticello had Isaac Holthouse in on that stop. So a gain of 4 brings up second down and 6 right at midfield. As you watch on our YouTube channel, Alexandria is wearing the red jersey tops. Monticello, the light-colored white jersey tops. Alexandria moving left to right. Here is a handoff. Berg working his way through, slashing forward, and he'll get about 8 yards into that second level, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, I thought we might read there. We had 3 wideouts to the left side and only 3 Monticello players over there, but nice runoff tackle there. I think maybe our offensive lineman something to prove here this third quarter out of halftime.
Yep, so 2 plays have picked up a dozen yards so far. Actually, Alexandria with the ball now at the 41-yard line. And now another handoff. There's Brody Berg just tumbling forward behind the middle of that offensive line. People such as Brendan Behrens up front as the center. The Cardinals with Spencer Kleindl, Jensen Martinson, Jackson Morissette, and Evan Zabel on that interior line. And it's a healthy gain for Berg, about 5 yards.
Yeah, and also we had on the last end on this play as well, we've got a tight end in there with Blake Scholl.
Yep, so Cardinals trying to play a little smash-mouth football to start this third quarter. Another handoff, and there's Berg working the right side, and he'll burst down to about the 30 before he gets dropped by a couple of Magic players, including Trevor Bodell, but that's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, following Jack Morissette, Blake Scholl, the right side of our line on that play.
Brody Berg has gotten 4 touches here to start the third quarter. 4 running plays, 2 of which have accumulated first downs, and the Cardinals now operating at the 30-yard line. No score, we're in the third quarter. Handoff, Berg cutting to the right, keeps the ball cradled in his possession, and he'll be wrapped up by Monticello's Garrett Bauer, but not before a gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, using a little bit speed that time, bouncing it outside, and then cutting up hard for a good 5-yard gain, maybe 6.
Yeah, it looks like they'll spot the ball at the 25-yard line. So 2nd down and 5 forthcoming for the Cardinals, as we're about to see the 6th play run in this series for Alexandria. Talon Witt will pitch it left side, and the catch is made by Mason Witt, doing a little stutter step, and he'll lower his shoulder.
Turf.
Yep, and now I think Alexandria is going to recover it. It was first down progress, but then the ball got stripped, and I think Grady Starzl was the one that fell on the ball, and that moved the ball back before the line to gain for the first down, so that's going to nullify the first down. But the Cardinals will keep the ball.
Yeah, that ball was loose. A couple players got their hands on it, and finally Grady Starzl able to secure it. 3rd and 1.
Yep, Alexandria only 1 for 4 on 3rd down attempts in the first half. This is 3rd and short. Here is Talon Witt handing off. Brody Berg's got the first down with additional yardage to spare. He'll work his way down to about the 12-yard line on a pickup of 9.
That time going the left side behind Evan Zabel and Spencer Kleindl.
And the Cardinals are now in the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone. Start seeing red with Alex Rubbish and Recycling. The Cardinals 13 yards away from the Monticello end zone, working left to right as you view on our YouTube channel. Here is Talon Witt handing off. Berg skirts to the right, and he'll be repped up right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of a yard before he got slowed down by the Magic's Cole Schwickereff.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Talon Witt pull this one, and he might get a chance to run or a quick run-pass option here.
Yeah, so far tonight we have not seen that. Talon Witt has actually had one kneel down for a loss of a couple of yards and only one other running play back in the first half. He's awaiting the snap from Brendan Behrens, and he'll roll to his right, looking to throw. Now he is going to throw over the middle, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Alexandria, as Thomas Hendricks makes the reception in the end zone.
Yeah, he was able to throw it up there just over the defensive back coming through, couldn't quite get his hands on the ball, got it up to our tall receiver and Thomas Hendricks for the touchdown.
Yep, Thomas Hendricks, a good hands guy for the Alexandria Cardinals, and a tall young fella as well. It'll be a 12-yard touchdown pass from Talon Witt to Thomas Hendricks to get the Alexandria Cardinals on the board. Now Ethan Carlson is in to try the extra point. Hendricks will be the holder, and the long snapper will be Blake Scholl. Ball placed down. Ethan Carlson puts his kick, and it is through the uprights and good. So we have points here in the third quarter, and it's the home team that gets on the board first. 7:14 remains in the third. New numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It's now Alexandria 7, Monticello nothing.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
The Alexandria Cardinals take the second half kickoff, get a good return from Jackson Waltzing to put the ball up near midfield. 54 yards in 9 plays. The series capped off by Talon Witt's 12-yard touchdown pass to Thomas Hendricks, and then the extra point added by Ethan Carlson. And Tim, you were mentioning during the break, I think whatever was said to the offensive line for the Alexandria Cardinals, it must have resonated because it seemed like that interior line was really firing off the ball.
Yeah, it may have been just a case of firing off the ball harder, or it may have been a case of changing some blocking schemes.
And now Ethan Carlson, who is a two-sport fall athlete. He's the goalkeeper for the Alexandria Cardinal boys soccer team. He gets his kick deep. It'll be fielded at the 12-yard line, and it's going to be a reverse here as the return man, Brenny, is going to be stopped around the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Cardinal, we were not fooled by that, and Connor Wang, the first one in on the tackle, and then he was assisted afterwards.
Yeah, I believe it was Nick Fredericks that was able to bring that ball back, but again, only a gain of about 10 or 11 yards, so the Monticello Magic will start outside their own 20-yard line. It'll be put in play at the 24. So the Magic will try to respond here after Alexandria got the first points of the second half. Here is Dybel handing off, and there's a big hitter up the middle as I think Garrett Bauer is able to work his way and get some big yardage there for the Monticello Magic, his biggest gain from scrimmage tonight.
Yeah, quite a bit of action going off to the left side of their backfield, but just a quick dive play.
Gain of 22, and Monticello is now operating out near midfield after the Magic pick up their 10th first down of the night.
Aiden Schneiderhan had that tackle.
So the line of scrimmage is the 46, and now interior handoff here as the Magic try to work over right guard, and it will be a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 again for Bauer.
Aiden Button and Connor Wang assist on that tackle.
So now the pigskin is resting at the Monticello 49-yard line. Third quarter in progress here at Viking Bank Field. We're almost midway through the third. Alexandria leading Monticello 7-0 in the Cardinals home opener. Now here is Dybel, and he hands off, and Holthouse got met in the backfield. It's going to be a tackle for loss.
Adrian Miles wrapping him up.
Yeah, that was good surge on Adrian's part, and then he had some help along the way with some of his teammates. That'll actually be a loss of a yard, so it's now actually, loss of a yard, bringing up third down and almost 8 here for Monticello.
Yeah, we had Jensen Martinson and also Aiden Button in for a couple of snaps. Now we got Jack Morissette and Evan Zabel back in on the D-line.
Now Carson Dybel, the quarterback for the Monticello Magic, works out of the shotgun. He's got a single back off to his right. Flow goes to the left. Dybel's going to throw it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. He short-hopped it to the intended receiver out beyond the line to gain. I think that may have been Carter Anderson as the intended receiver. Regardless, it's an incomplete pass and fourth down.
Kevin Schroeder in on the coverage there.
So a punting situation here for Monticello. Fourth down and 8, just shy of midfield. Dom Marshall did run a fake punt for a first down run, and before the ball gets snapped, I see Evan Zabel going into official mode here, thinking it's a false start. And
we must have been in the neutral zone.
Offside on Alexandria instead, so no false start, rather offside. A neutral zone infraction there.
Looks like Monticello's going to bring the offense out. Now we got a 4th and 3.
In my opinion, I think this is a good call for Andy Pierscala. This is going to be a game of limited possessions. And 4th and 3, the offense is going to come back onto the field. So let's see if the Magic can convert here with the ball at the 47. If they don't, and the Cardinals can get a big defensive stop, Alexandria will have some great field position for the offense. Dybel now under center here on the fourth down play. And it's going to be an interior handoff. Bauer's got it. Gets to the outside. He's got a first down. He's into the open. 20, 10, inside the 5, and he'll be dropped around the 1-yard line.
Connor Anderson and Grady Starzel in on that tackle.
So Monticello gets a chunk play on offense, a 4th down conversion, and the stop actually will be a little further down the field, but it's still going to be 1st down and goal to go at the 4-yard line after a 43-yard burst for Garrett Bauer.
Yeah, he was able to break a tackle at the line of scrimmage and then bounced it outside for the big gain.
So now a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Monticello trying to counter Alexandria's score with a score of its own as we go under 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. 7-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Carson Dybel under center. He'll hand off Holthouse up the middle. Twisting. He got toward the end zone, but I don't think he got in. He'll be close, but he's short. 2nd down and goal to go. I think the ball will rest just inches away from the Alexandria goal line.
Looks like Morissette, Scholl, and Meyer in on that tackle.
So 2nd down and goal for Monticello, knocking on the end zone door here, trailing by 7. Alexandria and Monticello played a scoreless first half, but now the Magic trying to equalize matters here in period number 3. Carson Dybel under center here. Let's see, and now we've got some shifting up front. Is it a false start or is it offside? So. And it will be a false start penalty on Monticello. Oh my, the Magic bogging down there, and that will be a 5-yard walk-off. Back to outside the 5-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal from outside the 5.
See if we can get some penetration here on this play.
This will be the 7th play of the series here. Again, time remaining, 3rd period, under 4 minutes. Alexandria up by a touchdown, but Monticello threatening to score. Carson Dybel is under center here. Hands off to Bauer, straight up the middle. Church, and the ball got put on the turf. Alexandria may have recovered.
I think they did.
Yes, and the Cardinals are going to get the football. Alexandria football down near the goal line.
I think it was Adrian Miles that pounced on it.
Yep, we're going to watch it. The YouTube audience gets the chance to look at the instant replay here, brought to you by Quality Real Estate. So Monticello is denied access into the end zone as the Cardinals recover a fumble on their own 2-yard line.
I didn't see who got the tackle and forced that fumble.
But Monticello will turn the ball over for the first time tonight, and Alexandria stops the Magic, and boy, is that penalty big now, because rather than 2nd and inches, it became 2nd and goal, and that led to a turnover. So now Alexandria backed up at its own 2-yard line. Very important here for the Cardinals to maintain possession of the ball themselves. Turnovers now even at 1 in tonight's game. Now we've got Blake Scholl kind of lining up under center here, as almost as if he might try to sneak. And looks like the play clock running down, and Alexandria is going to take a delay of game here. So that will be a 1-yard penalty back to the 1-yard line. Now, one of the last times I saw the Alexandria Cardinal football team do this was in the Section 8 final last year, when Alexandria was backed up on its 1-yard line and the Cardinals took a delay of game. So it was basically 1st down and about 99.5 yards to go. And the quarterback last fall, Chase Thompson, then spotted Mason Gorghuber over the middle for a catch and run that ended up being a 99-yard scoring play.
Yeah, they saw something defensively that they could exploit, and see if we got something similar here.
So now it's 1st down and 11 yards to go. And Talon Witt working out of the shotgun, awaiting the snap from Brendan Behrens. He gets it. Witt is going to look to throw. He's going to air it out for Hendricks, and he makes the catch out past the 30-yard line. And Thomas Hendricks does a little shimmy as he gets back up on his feet. Again, for our YouTube audience, let's take a look at that replay presented to you by Quali Real Estate. Talon Witt with some time to throw back in his own end zone. Fires it deep right side, and Henricks made the grab. And it's a first down for Alexandria after a gain of 35.
Yeah, good job for our offensive line, giving Talon the time to throw. And we just had the one-on-one coverage there. And Talon trusted that taller receiver, Henricks, could go up and get that.
So 1st and 10 now for Alexandria at the 36-yard line. Strong side will be the right side with a couple of receivers plus an H-back bunch to that side. Here's a little swing pass, and the catch is made by Blake Scholl. And now the ball got put on the turf, and Monticello is thinking that the defense has it back, and they do. The Magic will strip the ball away from Blake Scholl, and the Monticello football team will recover at the Alexandria 37. We're going to take a 30-second break along our Leighton Media platforms. 2:52 to go in the third. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity football. It's Alexandria 7, Monticello nothing.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
Well, the DMAC grade is plummeting even further because after Monticello recovers the fumble, the Monticello Magic go up top, and Carson Dybel is able to spot his receiver over on the right side, and it ends up being a chunk play there, 36 yards, and it's 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
I didn't catch who eventually was able to make that tackle.
So now it's 1st and goal from 1 yard out after a gain of 36. Dybel is under center. He's going to hand off. Holthouse got turned back, so he did not get in from the 1 yard line.
Morissette was one of the tacklers.
So it'll be a loss, or actually no gain there. 2nd down and a goal at the 1 yard line. Monticello trying to convert an Alexandria turnover. The Cardinals have now turned the ball over twice tonight. Monticello with 1 turnover. So far, the Magic have not been able to capitalize on the turnovers. But they're 1 yard away from getting a score to draw to within 1. And it'll be interesting to see what Andy Pierscala might do if Monticello scores, and now we
might have motion again.
Yep, flag comes down, and let's see if Monticello is going to be called for a false start here. Or will it be offside? Nope, it's false start. Oh boy, that's the 2nd time now here in the 3rd quarter. Inches away from the end zone, Monticello's been called for a false start.
Yeah, they tried to get Garrett Bauer under center that time for the sneak, but there was movement somewhere.
Now, last series, Monticello was on the doorstep trying to get the score, and a false start penalty then followed, followed by a fumble that Alexandria recovered. And now we've got a pitch that goes to Holthouse. He's going to hand off, and the ball carrier will be stopped back at the 4 yard line. So snap went to somebody else, and then Cole Mueller tried to cut to the outside, and he's cut down after a gain of only about a yard.
Grady Starzel was the tackler.
So 3rd down and goal here for the Monticello Magic.
Imagine it's 4 down territory.
Yep, we're down to just over a minute remaining in the 3rd. Alexandria presently holding a 7-0 lead, but that lead is in danger. Carson Dybel is the quarterback for Monticello. Back in motion, Dybel will look to throw. He's rolling to his right, tucks it in, now keeps the football, gets spun around, and he'll be escorted over to the sideline around the 3-yard line. So he didn't have anybody to throw it to in the end zone, and so he decided to keep the football, but he's going to be stopped, and that will be spotted, I believe, between the 2 and 3-yard lines. Call it the 3-yard line.
Jack Morissette was the first one to get his hands on, and I think Adrian Miles wrapped him up.
Monticello will go for it here on 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line. The Magic 2 for 2 on 4th down tonight after going 3 for 10 on 3rd down. Dybel will throw to the end zone, and the pass is broken up. Mason Witt able to knock the ball away from the intended receiver, Garrett Bauer. For our YouTube audience, let's take a look at that as Quality Real Estate brings you our instant replay. Monticello gets stopped at the goal line again. And Tim Zupfer, I like your, maybe we're on the same wavelength here. How about that pass breakup by Mason Witt being our Culver's play of tonight's game?
I think so.
So our thanks to Culver's Restaurant in Alexandria for sponsoring the play of the game. And it's the pass breakup down on the goal line as Mason Witt denies Garrett Bauer from getting a touchdown reception. And Alexandria once again turns Monticello away near the end zone. It'll be first down for Alexandria back at the 3-yard line. And now the handoff, running back Brody Berg trying to move away from his end zone. He'll pick up about 4 or 5 yards there as the clock winding down. The Alexandria Cardinals do not have to run another play here in the 3rd period if they don't wish, but they will be navigating into a breeze in period number 4, and that flag on just beyond the north end zone there is still flapping in the breeze. So
looks like they are going to let the clock run out.
So that will be a gain of about 5 for Brody Berg on the last play of the 3rd quarter. Let's take it to the 4th in 1 minute. Through 3 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in the Alexandria Cardinal football team's home opener. It's Alexandria 7, Monticello nothing. We now enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports programming.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, Rx Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Twice in the second half, the Monticello Magic has been turned away from the end zone on some stops inside the 5-yard line, fumbling the ball away on one possession, then a 4th down stop by the Alexandria defense on the last possession. The Cardinals now trying to work out of the shadow of their own end zone as we begin the 4th period. It's Alexandria leading Monticello 7-0. D-Mac, Dave McClurg, joined by Tim Zupfer and our videographer, J.P. Boline, for our broadcast tonight. Talon Witt in the shotgun here. He's got Brody Berg off to his left. 2nd down and 5, and the handoff to Berg, working over the right side of that offensive line. I believe generally you have Jensen Martinson and Jack Morissette on that side of the line, and they navigate some room for Berg to run. It'll be a pickup of about 3.
They might have had tight end Blake Scholl over there too. Now he came to the sideline, and we've got 4 wideouts.
Yep, so it'll be 3rd down and just about a yard to go. Boy, it'd be nice if Alexandria can convert on third down here. The Cards only 2 for 5 on third down in tonight's game. Talon Witt is going to pitch it left side, and Mason Witt tries to curl to the edge, and he'll be very close.
He's going to be shy.
Yeah, he needed to get to the 13-yard line, and it looked like he got wrapped up by Jaron. Was that Jaron Schlungen at the 12-yard line? Or nope, it was his teammate. Yeah, it was Schlungen in on the stop, and actually no gain on that pitch and catch there for the Witt cousins.
Yeah, the Cardinals tried to run the bubble screen that time, and the pass was just a little bit behind Mason. He caught it, but I think just that little bit of extra time gave the defensive back enough opportunity to come up and make the tackle short of the line to gain.
Now, pardon my French, but this might take some cojones here, but on 4th down and 1. I know you would think punt formation here, but again, you're working into the wind. And if you don't get it on 4th down and short, Monticello gets a very short field, but I got to have confidence. I've seen some high school football coaches in situations like this. Heck, the Elk River coach, Steve Hamilton, he would contemplate going for it on 4th and short here.
Well, those that are into analytics, I think the analytics are probably there, but boy, I don't want to give Monticello 3 more possessions inside their own our 15-yard line. But
yeah,
looks like we got the. Of course, Talon's our punter, so he probably has an option here to.
Well,
if we got what we like, they're set up like they're going to go for it, but now he steps back.
Yep, so it looks like he'll go into punt formation. The line of scrimmage is the 12-yard line, and Talon Witt now is going to roll out, and he'll kick the football away. And this is actually going to take a bounce, and it's going to take a good bounce. Now it'll be stopped at the 41-yard line. That will be a 47-yard punt for Talon Witt. So the Cardinals do punt the football away there, and Monticello will be back on its own side of the field, 59 yards away from the Alexandria Cardinals end zone, as the Cardinals continue to hold the lead over the visiting Monticello Magic. It is 7-0. Monticello 1-0 coming into this game, following a 34-18 win over Sauk Rapids Rice last week. Alexandria was defeated by Chanhassen by 2 points, 24-22, 8 nights ago.
I think that was actually an option punt play.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good call. So now a handoff here, and I think it may be Garrett Bauer getting the first run here on this series. And he'll work his way to the right side for a pickup of about 5 yards.
Connor Anderson and Evan Zabel in on that tackle.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5. Garrett Bauer was the one who had the football stripped away down near the Alexandria end zone back in the 3rd quarter. Andy Pierscala has used a series of running backs. I think Cale Holthaus has gotten some snaps. Cole Mueller has toted the rock as well. And now just running between the tackles here. Good kind of rugby surge there by Monticello, and that's going to be enough for a first down, as it's going to be Holthaus on that last carry there for the Magic. And that will put the football at the Alexandria 45-yard line on a gain of 9.
Yeah, Adrian Miles in on that tackle, and I think Connor Anderson also assisted.
The Magic picking up their 12th first down of the night. 5 of those have come on the ground. Carson Dybel has gone 8 for 18 through the air tonight. High snap, but he'll hand off, will Dybel to Holthaus. Cale Holthaus will get swarmed under after a short gain and then kind of bounces away, but after the whistle blows.
Connor Wang and Adrian Miles.
2nd down and 8 yards to go. We are in the 4th period. 9:24 to go in regulation time. Alexandria presently leading 7-0. The Cardinals scored on their first possession of the second half. Talon Witt connecting with his good friend Thomas Hendricks on a 12-yard touchdown pass, and Ethan Carlson added the extra point. To be a second down and about 7 here for Monticello.
See if we can get a negative play here.
Yeah, Cardinals have had a few of those tonight. Now would be a good time for another. Now we're going to have a stoppage. Might we have a
delay a game? Yep.
Yep. Negative play for Monticello. Too much time taken there. So that will move the ball back 5 yards. So now a second and long situation forthcoming for the Monticello Magic.
That'd be one of those pre-snap penalties that Coach Empting talks about in many of his interviews.
Right, and his team, to its credit, has had very few of those. Actually 3 tonight. Monticello has now had 4. 4 overall 5-yard penalties for Monticello. 20 yards of yardage walked off against the Magic. Second down and 12. Here is Carson Dybel rolling to his left. He pitches it to the left side, and it's going to be a grab along that far sideline. And that's going to be Schlungen on the reception there. He'll be stopped right around the 40-yard line, so a pickup of about 7.
Good coverage there by Mason Witt, but a very nice grab by the receiver.
Schlungen, I believe, with his 3rd catch in tonight's game. Monticello actually is 2 for 10 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 5 for the Magic as we go under 8 minutes remaining in the 4th. Dybel looking to throw. He'll pitch it right side. Catch is made, and it's going to be enough for a first down. Monticello needed 5, and the Magic got 6.
Yeah, Brett Meyer with the tackle.
So it's going to be Cale Holthouse on the receiving end, and Monticello gets the 3rd down conversion here. 4 fresh downs, and Monticello now operating at the Alexandria 35. The Magic have had a territorial advantage here in the second half, but twice have been stopped in the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone. Now we've got a handoff. Holthouse with the carry, gets spun around and dropped after a short gain of maybe about 2.
And that was Adrian Miles again.
So forward progress will be granted to the 33-yard line.
And Brett Miles with an assist on that tackle as well.
This will be the 6th play of the series, actually 7th play for Monticello in this series, which has gone from the Magic 41 to the Alexandria 33. We now move 5 minutes into this 4th period. Alexandria leading Monticello 7-0. Carson Dybel out of the shotgun, hands off. Bauer cuts to the right side and moves his way down to about the 30-yard line.
Pretty solid tackle there by Connor Wang.
Yeah, and pickup of 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd down and 5.
Well, let's get 3 for 12 now on 3rd down.
Yeah, we certainly would like that. Monticello did convert its last 3rd down attempt. And let's see if Coach Pierscala has to make a decision on 4th down, but we need to get a 3rd down stop before that happens. Dybel is under center now. He's going to hand off and Holthouse straight up the middle.
Right at the line.
Yeah, if it's a right foot indicator, it should be 1st down for Monticello. And if it's a left foot, looks like he's short.
Just short. Jensen Martinson in on that tackle.
Pickup of 4 yards there, and I think the decision for Andy Pierscala, the head coach for the Magic, is pretty easy now. Go for it. Monticello needs a half a yard as the football's resting outside the Alexandria 25.
Can we get another false start out of Monticello?
You were just reading my mind, Tim. I was about to utter that, but here is the quarterback, Dybel. He'll get it to Bauer, and Bauer's got the 1st down. He does get swarmed and pushed back outside the 25-yard line, but he got the necessary yardage to spare on a pickup of about 2.
Zabel and Scholl in on that tackle.
So the Magic are now 3 for 4 on 4th down attempts in tonight's game. Monticello with its 14th 1st down. The Magic now up around 250 yards of total offense in this game, but still no points as we're about to go under 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Alexandria leading by 7. Good snap back to Dybel. He'll air it out left side, up for grabs. Mason Witt is able to break it up in the secondary. I think the intended receiver back there was Donovan Zapata for Monticello.
Yeah, nice position there defensively. He got up and got his hands on the ball, but basically it was a jump ball, and the ball just fell to the ground.
2nd down and 10 yards to go. The ball resting at the Alexandria 23. Time remaining in the 4th quarter, 4 minutes and 53 seconds.
Talon Witt comes in to give Mason Witt a little breather.
Talon is the cousin of Mason Witt. And now Dable is going to hand off. Holthouse trying to cut to the left. He gets stood up around the 21 and then gets pushed backwards.
Evan Zabel with penetration, but Miles and Meyer in on the tackle.
So a gain of only 2, and again, this is probably 4-down territory for Monticello. The Magic need 8 yards, needing to gain to the 13-yard line. Right now, the ball's resting just outside the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone at the 21.
Aiden Button in at defensive tackle, giving Evan Zabel a break.
And now Dable looking to throw. He'll roll to his right, look to his right, fires to the right, and a diving grab. Is it a trap or is it a catch?
They called it a trap, or
Yep.
it might not even.
Yeah, it is an incomplete pass. So the intended receiver there was the running back Cole Mueller. So 4th down. Can Alexandria's defense come up with yet another stop?
Brett Meyer in from the backside on a blitz, forcing him to throw maybe a little earlier than he wanted to.
4th down and 8 for Monticello at the Alexandria 21-yard line. The Cardinals up by a score. It's 7-0 Alexandria. Carson Dable out of the shotgun, gets a good snap, looks to throw. Now the ball's popped loose. Alexandria is going to get the football back on a turnover on downs.
Spencer Kleindl forces that fumble.
Yep, and Monticello recovers, but it's going to end up being a loss of 2 yards, and Alexandria will take over on downs outside of their own 20-yard line. Let's take a 30-second break along our Layton Media platforms. In the 4th, on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, it's Alexandria 7, Monticello no score.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
Alexandria continues to hold the lead in varsity football against the Monticello Magic. 7-0 the score as we are about to move into the stretch run of this 4th period of play. Let's see if Monticello will end up having to use some of its timeouts on defense. The Cardinals would like to churn out enough offense here to force Monticello into that position. The line of scrimmage on a 1st and 10 will be at the Alexandria 24 when play resumes.
Trying to get the play clock reset to 25. That's what we're waiting for.
And then we'll be ready to snap. Again, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, Alexandria is the team dressed in the red jerseys and black pants, flowing right to left on your screen. Monticello wearing the traveling white jerseys with the red pants. Talon Witt working out of the shotgun here for the Cardinals. And he'll hand off. Brody Berg with plunge to the left side, and he'll pick up about 4 yards on the 1st down carry.
Yeah, if the Cardinals can just put together a drive with 3 or 4 first downs, that should be able to force Monticello to use all their timeouts up.
Yeah, clock continuing to move. Again, we're down to about 3.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Alexandria scored the game's only points in the 3rd period on the first series of the 2nd half for Alexandria. Talon Witt connecting with Thomas Hinrichs on the 12-yard touchdown pass, and Ethan Carlson booted the extra point. Here is Talon Witt handing off. There's Berg once again, and he got tripped up right near the line of scrimmage. Let's see if Monticello considers taking a timeout on defense here.
Yeah, he got tripped up in the backfield for a little bit of a loss here.
Yep, that'll be a loss of a yard, so it'll be a 3rd down and about 7 now for the Alexandria Cardinals, and so far the clock is continuing to move.
Yeah, Monticello sold out on the run on that last 2nd down play.
The Cardinals are just 2 for 7 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Alexandria still has about 15 seconds on the play clock, and Talon Witt, the Alexandria quarterback, can recognize that. So Alexandria, though, in the formation here, in no hurry to snap, being that Monticello has not called timeout. High snap. Talon Witt now looking to scramble, and he'll tuck the football in out past the 30 to about the 32.
Well, he's a couple yards short.
Yep, that's going to leave them short of the 1st down. So Monticello's defense is able to contain just enough, and Alexandria will be about a yard to a yard and a half short of the 1st down.
At most a yard and a half.
So a pickup of 5 yards there for Talon Witt.
I think they'll go with that rugby punt, and I think he has the option to run, but I would think Monticello would be aware of that by now.
And the play stopped the clock with 2:22 to go in the 4th quarter. Talon Witt's last punt was 47 yards. Now the snap a little bit high, and Talon Witt will roll to his right. Now he'll kick the football away, and it's going to be bouncing out of bounds in Monticello territory, but the Magic are going to get the ball out near midfield. We'll take our final break here during play-by-play. 2:21 remains in the 4th on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria leads Monticello 7-0.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Buildings.
As we come back to live action at Viking Bank Field, Monticello with a 1st and 10 at its own 48-yard line, and quarterback Carson Dybel rolls out to his right, and he'll tuck the ball in and cross midfield. He'll pick up 3 on the ground.
Brett Meyer forcing him out of bounds, so we'll credit him with a tackle.
Yep, and that does preserve time on the clock. Time remaining 2 minutes and 16 seconds. This is must-score time for Monticello, which trails Alexandria 7-0. Dybel working out of the shotgun. It's an inside handoff. Garrett Bauer trying to break free, but he'll be smothered around the 47-yard line. Short gain there, only about 2 yards.
Initially, Evan Zabel with the wrap up, and then Connor Anderson again in on that tackle.
Monticello showing a little more urgency, getting the play in quickly on the 3rd and 5. Here's a pass right side, broken up. Another great defensive play, this time for the Alexandria Cardinals, Talon Witt.
Yep.
As he was able to strip the ball away from the intended receiver, that being the sophomore Carter Anderson. So now 4th down and 5, and this may be the ball game here for Monticello, trailing by 7. Monticello 3 for 5 on 4th down, now 3 for 14 on 3rd down.
They've been rolling the quarterback out to the right quite a bit.
But that would be the short side of the field. Now he's looking to his left, and the ball is going to be caught. That's going to be a 1st down for Monticello. Pass to the left side, and it's going to be Jaron Schlungen making the reception for Monticello, and the game still going for the Magic as they'll spot the ball at the 37-yard line.
Grady Starzel with the tackle.
So a big 1st down there on the 4th down conversion. Now here's the quarterback, Dybel, and he'll run with the football, and now he'll move forward for a gain of about 3, and I think Monticello is going to take the timeout here to stop play with 1:23 to go in the fourth quarter. That allows me to let you know that you are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. Audio also available through your Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We extend our appreciation to Integrity Title in Alexandria for presenting the live video streaming as our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage that you're watching tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. JP Boline is doing the videography work upstairs above the press box. And in the box, it's Tim Zuffer and yours truly, Dave McClurg. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer. And we're going right down to the wire with this one. Monticello has been held off the board, although many plays from scrimmage for Monticello this half have come on the Alexandria side of the field. And once again, the Magic are in Cardinal territory. This series started back at the 48. It has moved to the Alexandria 34. I believe that if Monticello scores a touchdown, the Magic will go for the win. Here's Carson Dable going back to pass. Sliding catch, slung and is able to make it down around the 23-yard line. And that's going to be a pickup of 11 and a first down. So Monticello will move the sticks once again.
Oh, the clock restarts.
Yep. Magic still have a couple of timeouts remaining. Dable, the quarterback, now flushed out of the pocket. He'll roll to the left. He's got room to run inside the 20, inside the 15, and he'll scamper out of bounds around the 11-yard line. And now the Magic are in the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone. Start seeing red with Alex Rubbish and Recycling.
Well, the Cardinal defense is going to have to stand firm again.
They have done it all throughout this second half. And were able to force a field goal miss right at the end of the first half. I guess if the Cardinals are going to prevail, the defense will be called upon once more to throw up the fortress in front of the end zone. 1st and 10 at the Alexandria 12-yard line. Dable hands off, and Holthouse has nowhere to go. Interesting to try a dive play there on first down, and that's going to prompt a Monticello timeout, the second one for the Magic.
Well, they actually had timeouts there, so it was okay to run, but Blake Scholl with a penetration first man there, and I'm not sure who he assisted on that tackle.
And we do have a Monticello player that is slow in getting up. Might be one of the linemen for the Magic, hopefully just having a cramp, and that being tended to right now. When play resumes, Monticello will have a 2nd down and 10 at the Alexandria 12-yard line. In this second half, Monticello has fumbled the ball down near the Alexandria end zone, has turned the ball over on downs at the Alexandria 3, and has turned the ball over on downs at the Alexandria 24. So knocking on the door. That's what the Magic have done throughout much of the second half. And no is what the Alexandria defense has said to this point. Again, Chanhassen beat Alexandria late, scoring on the last play of the game to prevail 24-22. We're not necessarily in the last play of the game yet. Heck, if 55 seconds to go in regulation 8 nights ago, each team would get one score in the final 55 seconds.
Yep.
Alexandria would score a touchdown and convert a 2-point run by Talon Witt to go on top 22-21, only to see Chanhassen matriculate the ball down the field enough to get into field goal range and win the game 24-22.
Looks like one of the Monticello linemen is the one that's being assisted off the field.
Yeah, and that might be Skylar Pugh going over to the sideline for the Magic. So 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball right in between the 11 and 12-yard lines. Monticello can get a first down without getting a touchdown. The Cardinals are hoping the visitors will get neither here. 3 plays with which to get a first down and 10 yards to go to get that first. Carson Dable out of the shotgun. Some pressure comes. Pass left side. Broken up down near the end zone. Oh, let's watch that again for our YouTube audience as Quality Real Estate brings you another instant replay. Again, a pass left side, and the Cardinals had one of their backers step in and knock the ball away. That may have been Connor Anderson again.
Yeah, and I think we had Brett Meyer blitzing from the other side.
3rd down and 10 now for Monticello inside the Alexandria 12. It's the Cardinals 7, Monticello nothing. Late 4th quarter. Dable looking to throw. Pass right side. Intercepted! Oh my, the Cardinals step in and intercept the ball.
I think it was
that
Connor Wang, but
yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I believe it was.
Yeah, so Connor Wang is going to get the pick, and Monticello is going to turn the ball over inside the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone, and Alexandria is going to take over after the INT with just 46 seconds to go. Evan Zabel a little bit slow in getting up, but now he's back on his own 2 feet there. And the Cardinals are set to take over here as the ball will be out past the 20-yard line, I believe, or out near the 20-yard line anyway. Oh, now we're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Alexandria after the interception. So the Cardinals will keep the football, but it will now be spotted, I believe, back around the 5-yard line. So I think Alexandria probably took more penalty yardage than need be if it was supposed to be half the distance to the goal. But still, the Cardinals will keep the football. Monticello with 2 timeouts. So
should be able to go into victory formation here, but they can't step backwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
So kneel down here, and that's going to force Monticello. Let's see if Coach Pierscala's...
he's only got 1 left?
I thought, yeah, he might have 1 at least, but, the thing on the... yep, with just 1 timeout remaining. I needed to readjust my eyes with that fantastic scoreboard we have on the south end, but the timeout column is buried in the football field. And so far, Monticello not electing to use it. So 1 more kneel down for Talon Witt, and now a little bit of shoving going on and another penalty. Oh boy, tempers flaring. And if you're the Alexandria Cardinals, you do not want to be stopping the clock
here. You can't
here.
get caught up in that.
And so now we've got 7 seconds remaining. Will this be a foul on both sides, or are you going to force Alexandria to snap another play here? The ball was back at the 5-yard line with a kneel down and then another kneel down.
That was a penalty on Monticello on that one.
Oh, so unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and that first down in essence is going to be 15 yards there, and that will seal the deal for the Magic as the ball will be moved out to the 17-yard line, I believe. So the Cardinals' last first down in this game is going to come by virtue of penalty, and the clock will wind down to 0, and Alexandria allows 0 to the Monticello Magic tonight. 1 score in the game, a 3rd quarter touchdown, and it holds up as the lone points of the night. Alexandria prevails in its home opener against the Monticello Magic by a final score of 7-0. That's going to do it for our play-by-play. We do invite you to stay tuned. We're going to get rolling with our Jutner Motors post-game report after we enjoy these words on our Leighton Media platforms from our Alexandria Cardinal Sports Boosters.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
For Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Do you want to spend a couple hours a week with friends? How about joining a bowling league at Garden Center Lanes? It's a fun time, and you don't have to even be a pro. We have bowlers of all skill levels. We have leagues for men, women, co-ed, and even kids, with morning, afternoon, and evenings available. Stop by Garden Center or give us a call today at 763-6565, and we can find the league just for you.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Good news for the Alexandria Cardinal football team as they prevail in their home opener. One score on the night, and it proved to be the game winner, although Alexandria's defense, yeoman's work tonight as Monticello spent a lot of the second half on the Alexandria Cardinals side of the field, but each time Alexandria's defense kept Monticello out of the end zone, forcing a couple of magic turnovers in the second half, and then turning Monticello over on downs on fourth down plays a couple of times in the second half. And though Monticello might end up winning the statistical battle tonight, it's the Alexandria Cardinals that get the dub by a final score of 7-0. Welcome to our Jutner Motors post-game report as we come to you from Viking Bank Field at Alexandria Area High School. And Tim, a fun way to start the home portion of the schedule. This Cardinal football team is going to be here quite a bit, really, over the next month and a half, because even after tonight, 3 of the next 5 games are at home. But gritty effort by the Alexandria defense. This time they did not give up the last score of the game, but were fortunate. They earned a takeaway at the end, and just I think if you're a Cardinal football fan, you got to feel really good about this effort.
Well, especially our defense came up so big so many times in that second half, and the offense set the tone with the first drive of the third quarter too, and I would have never guessed that would be the last score of the game with that touchdown drive to start the third quarter, but it was. Either way, just like last week, one team is going to go home very frustrated.
Yeah, the only points of the game occurred after halftime. Alexandria scored on its first possession of the second half. A good kickoff return by Jackson Waltzing actually gave Alexandria the football out near midfield. The Cardinals would need 9 plays to go 54 yards and get the game's only touchdown on a first down or a second down play. It was Talon Witt was able to do a little bit of scrambling, and he was able to spot Thomas Henricks. Again, a tall young man is Henricks, and he was able to make the reception for a 12-yard scoring pass. Ethan Carlson kicked the extra point, and almost 5 minutes into the second half, Alexandria had a 7-0 lead. But again, Monticello was able to move the ball into Alexandria territory throughout much of the second half. 4 series for the Magic after halftime. All 4 of Monticello's possessions ended in Alexandria territory, but none of them ended in the Alexandria end zone. A lost fumble, a turnover on downs right near the end of the third period, a turnover on downs in the fourth period when Spencer Kleindl, I think, was able to knock the football away from quarterback Carson Dybel. And then the last pass of the game thrown by Dybel, an interception with Connor Wang sealing the deal for Alexandria. The Cardinals were able to get 2 takeaways in the second half. The turnover number ended up even for the night, but those takeaways proved to be most beneficial for Alexandria as the Cardinals get the 7-0 victory. So, again, the Alexandria defense yielded a lot of yardage. I'm still in the process of accumulating the stats here, but I would think the defensive crew, the coaching staff, thrilled. It's tough to shut out an opponent for high school football, and especially a Monticello opponent that went to the state football tournament last year, and I think they've got some aspirations that they're going to make a big charge here in 2025 as well.
Well, yeah, they had the ball inside the 10. Well, they had the ball 2nd and 1, two different series, and unfortunately for them, each of those times they had a 5-yard illegal procedure penalty that moved them back. But nonetheless, they had the ball at the 3 different drives in the second half at the 11-yard line or closer to the end zone, and the Cardinals come up big each of those trips.
So Alexandria, after a scoreless first half with the Magic, get the only points of the second half. Those occurred in quarter number 3. So the line score across the board on the top, 0s for the visitors from Monticello. Just the 1 dent on the scoreboard for Alexandria, the 7-point third. And the Cardinals get the victory by a final of 7-0. This is our postgame report presented to you by Juttner Motors in Alexandria. We're going to take another break, and then we'll do a deep dive into the numbers. We'll make our announcement of the Quality Toyota Cardinal Athlete Offensive and Defensive Players of the Game. We'll give some recognition to the Culver's Play of the Game. And Tim and I will have more feedback as Alexandria celebrates a win in the home opener, 7-0 over Monticello. Let's enjoy these words now on our platforms from our Alexandria Cardinal Sports Boosters.
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Casa Jalisco,
Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Back one final time at Alexandria Area High School Stadium and Viking Bank Field, where the Alexandria Cardinals shut the Monticello Magic out 7-0, the final score. And the Alexandria Cardinals now stand at 1-1 on the year. Monticello with the defeat, also now at 1-1 on the season. Let's go through some of the unofficial numbers in this one. We will get to Tim with the time of possession info and tackle leaders for Alexandria in just a couple of minutes. But first of all, we'll go through some comparative team numbers. Plays from scrimmage tonight. Big edge to the visitors. Monticello ran 62 plays. Alexandria ran 43, plus 19 for Monticello. Total yardage, sizable advantage to the visitors. Monticello, 326 yards. Alexandria, 228. First downs in tonight's game. Monticello was 17. 7 of those were on the ground. 9 of those were through the air and 1 by penalty. Alexandria had 12 first downs in the game. 5 through the air, 6 on the ground, and 1 by defensive penalty. Turnover comparison tonight, 2-2. So going into tonight's game, Alexandria was even in the turnover comparison. No turnovers last week at Chanhassen, but Chaney did not turn the ball over either last week. The turnovers tonight, Alexandria had 1 in each half. Monticello had both of its turnovers in the second half. Let's go through some of the Alexandria numbers here. Individually, Brody Berg ended up accumulating a little more than half of his team's offense. 20 rushes for Berg for 117 yards. He toted the rock quite a bit on Alexandria's scoring drive in that third quarter of play, but ultimately it was the second of 2 Talon Witt completed passes out of the 9 plays in the series that capped off the drive, but good hard running by Brody Berg to set things up. And again, his offensive line really fired off to get that scoring sequence together in the third period. So Berg with 117 yards, negligible yardage, 1 carry for 5 for Mason Witt. Talon Witt, including a couple of kneel downs, 5 rushes for a couple of yards, and then Jackson Waltzing toted the rock once for 4 yards in the first half of play. Talon Witt, the senior quarterback and captain for the Alexandria Cardinals, he ended up completing all of his passes in the second half after going 7 of 11 in the first half. So for the game, Talon was 12 of 16 for 100 yards, no interceptions, and the 1 touchdown that went to Thomas Henricks. Henricks ended up being the favored receiver for Talon Witt. Again, those two are really good friends. They've been lifelong buds, and they clicked on the field tonight. 7 receptions for Henricks for 85 yards, and that 12-yard scoring pass in the third quarter. 3 receptions for Mason Witt for 8 yards, 1 catch for 7 yards for Grady Starzl, one for Blake Scholl on a reception where he got stripped of the ball, and Monticello was able to recover that fumble. The Cardinals punted the ball away 4 times tonight. Talon Witt averaged a little more than 40 on his 4 punts. His shortest one was his last one in the fourth quarter of 24 yards, but he boomed a 62-yard punt back in the first half, so he averaged 42.5. The Cardinals ended up committing 6 penalties that were accepted by Monticello. The yardage lost was 32 yards. Third down conversions, the Cardinals were 2 of 7. Fourth down conversions, the Cards were 0 for 1. Checking out the Monticello side of the ledger, again, 62 plays run from scrimmage, 35 running plays, 27 pass plays, 184 yards rushing for Monticello, 142 through the air. By the way, for the 228-yard breakdown for Alexandria, 100 through the air, 128 on the ground. The leading ground gainer for Monticello was Garrett Bauer, the senior running back for Monticello. He ended up with 95 yards on the ground in 11 carries tonight. He had a 43-yard rush, which got the Magic close to scoring in the third quarter. That was a play where Monticello eventually had a goal to go at the 1-yard line, false start penalty, and then after that false start penalty, Bauer had the ball stripped away and Alexandria recovered the ball. So Bauer finished just shy of 100 yards rushing tonight. Tough yardage here for the junior running back, Cale Holthouse. 17 carries. He ended up with 33 yards unofficially. Quarterback Carson Dybel, 11 rushes for 27 yards. He did not get sacked in tonight's game. And then 6 carries for Cole Mueller for 21 yards. And the punter, Dom Marshall, had a fake punt, ran 8 yards, and got a first down on the play. That was back in the first half. Through the air, Dybel, 27 pass attempts. He was 12 of 27 for 142 yards. No touchdowns, and his last pass of the night was intercepted. The receivers for Monticello, 6 catches for Jaron Schlungen for 53 yards. 3 receptions for 54 yards for Carter Anderson. Couple of catches for 29 yards for Adam Brenny, and 1 catch for Cale Holthouse for 6 yards in tonight's game. Monticello punted the ball away 4 times, averaging a little more than 28 yards per punt. The longest punt for Marshall was his first one of the night for 37 yards. Penalties for the Magic, 5 for a loss of 35 yards, including an unsportsmanlike conduct play right before the last snap of the game. Third down efficiency, the Magic went 3 of 15. Fourth down efficiency, Monticello was 3 for 5. So, again, statistically, Monticello really had a sizable edge in this game, but it didn't lead to any points thanks to the Alexandria defense, which proved to be stout, especially in the second half on its own side of the field, as the Cardinals get the shutout. Tim, I'll turn it over to you now for some tackle information and time of possession numbers, too.
Well, you gave the discrepancy in the number of plays there, and that shows out in the time of possession. Similar to the first half, Cardinals with just over 9.5 minutes time of possession in that second half, with Monticello having a little over 14 minutes. And for the game, almost 29 minutes time of possession for Monticello and just 19 minutes for the Cardinals. With the number of defensive snaps that we had a lot of tackles. And I'll just kind of go right down my list here. We got many of them with 5 or more tackles. I got Jack Morissette with 5, Adrian Miles 7, Evan Zabel 5, 8 for Blake Scholl, 2 for Jensen Martinson, 1 for Spencer Kleindl. Linebackers, Aiden Schneiderhan with 8, Connor Wang 7, 8 for Brett Meyer. Then defensive backs, 2 for Mason Witt, 1 for Talon Witt, 6 for Connor Anderson, and then 9 for Grady Starzl, and another offensive lineman with a tackle, Aiden Button, had a tackle as well.
Very good. So it all adds up to a 7-0 victory for the Alexandria Cardinals over the Monticello Magic. Both teams now 1-1 at the quarter point of the 2025 regular season. Now time to announce some special honors, including our Culver's Play of the Game. Our thanks to John and Charlie and everyone at Culver's in Alexandria for presenting the Play of the Game. Thanks to Culver's in Alexandria. Welcome to Delicious. And Tim, I think we saw our play of the game right at the tail end of the third quarter. Again, Monticello spent much of the second half on the Alexandria side of the field. The Magic would go for it on fourth down, and Mason Witt was able to meet, I believe, the intended receiver, Garrett Bauer. It turns out to be a pass breakup by Mason Witt. Very athletic play on his part and a crucial play to help Alexandria keep the shutout going.
Yeah, Monticello had 3 big fourth down situations, pretty close to the goal line. We had a play the series before that where we forced a fumble and recovered it, and then on that series we had Mason Witt with a pass breakup, and we'll talk about our third player that made a big play on Monticello's final play of the game.
Yep, and we will do that momentarily. So we're kind of leading into our next announcement of a couple of other players, but congratulations to Mason Witt for making our Culver's Play of the Game. Again, brought to you by Culver's in Alexandria. Welcome to Delicious. The selection of our players of the game is sponsored by Quality Toyota. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota in Fergus Falls? What's your number? Visit their showroom located on West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, or check out their selection anytime online at qualitytoyota.net. Keeping on the defensive theme of the night, because again, the D was a major factor as to why Alexandria won the game. I think it's appropriate that the one individual who had the last takeaway on the night would be cited for Defensive Player of the Game honors.
Yes, and that was Connor Wang. And as I went down the number of tackles, he was among our leaders there. Unofficially, I had him for 7 tackles, but one of the plays that kind of maybe sealed his fate as player of the game was his interception on Monticello's final play from scrimmage.
Yep, so Connor Wang getting involved in a lot of tackles against a very good Monticello offensive unit that loves to run the football, and he gets more than a handful of tackles, but he also helps to seal the Alexandria victory, intercepting a pass to preserve Alexandria's 7-0 lead, which ultimately turns out to be a 7-0 victory. Meanwhile, on the offensive side of the ball, again, I think some players very worthy of recognition, but we cited him when we did the scoring recap. A guy that has some pretty good hands of his own. He would end up scoring the only touchdown of the game tonight. Thomas Hinrichs is our Alexandria Cardinal Offensive Player of the Game.
Yeah, and he had, in addition to that touchdown pass, we were backed up at our goal line after forcing one of those turnovers, and he had a big reception up the right sideline as well, which was another one of our biggest offensive play from scrimmage, I might.
Yeah, I think it was the second biggest.
Okay.
I know Brody Berg had a run of 39 yards back in the first half,
that
but
would be a little bit.
The biggest pass play, and it really got Alexandria out of some tough territory because, again, after they recovered the fumble, they were still on their own side, inside their own 5-yard line.
Yeah, I think we started at the 2, decided to take a 1-yard delay a game penalty just to see what kind of coverage Monticello was going to throw at us, and then had that real nice pass play to Thomas on another drive after his touchdown drive.
We do congratulate Thomas Hinrichs and Connor Wang as our Alexandria Cardinal offensive and defensive players of the game. Connor on the defensive side of the ball, Tom on the offensive side of the ball. And congratulations to Mason Witt for creating our Culver's Play of tonight's game. Alexandria will hit the road next week. It will be the North Star North District opener for the Alexandria Cardinals. Alexandria at Sartell for a 7 p.m. kickoff. I know Sartell has struggled to win a lot of games in recent years, but Scott Henches is a very good football coach. I know that they will be fired up to play us. We don't get them as their homecoming opponent this year like we did a couple of years ago, but still, we will get an A-plus effort out of Sartell. Definitely not a team that Alexandria can afford to take lightly.
No, in some ways, being a district game makes it, in some aspects, a little bit more important. Maybe not playing a program with a pedigree of Monticello or Chanhassen, but a game on the road and one that the Cardinal coaching staff will have the boys ready to go.
And as it turns out, not only is that the North Star North District opener, that's the first game against a section rival this year. So as you start jockeying, you want to hopefully get one of the top 3 spots. And I think Alexandria is in a position where if things go well, the Cardinals could definitely be top 3 because the top 3 get a first-round bye. But you don't want to fall to 4 or 5 because then you have to play right away 6 nights after the regular season wraps up.
Yeah, having that not only having that first round bye, being a top 3 seed, I think the Cardinals' aspirations would be to at least be a top 2 seed to be a host to the semifinal round of the section.
So Tim, JP, and yours truly, DMAC, will all be at Riverview Intermediate School Stadium in Sartell 1 week from tonight as the Sabres host the Alexandria Cardinals. It's Alexandria's North Star North District opening game. Pre-game show brought to you by Jartner Motors will be on the air at approximately 6:30, and the play-by-play will follow at 7 o'clock. Tim, enjoy your weekend. Great to work with you here. You and I will connect toward the end of next week for more Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage.
Yeah, we'll get together for volleyball on Thursday night and the football game at Sartell on Friday.
Very good. Tim Zupfer is my broadcast partner for Alexandria Cardinal volleyball and football coverage. I do have another broadcast partner during the fall sports season. He will get some well-deserved airtime Monday and Tuesday of this coming week. The man with 2 first names, Jeff James, will be making his first appearances on our KXRA radio airwaves and on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube Monday night and Tuesday night as well. We'll have Alexandria girls soccer from Cold Spring on Monday. Ricori hosting Alexandria at 7 o'clock. Then Tuesday night, it is Alexandria versus Fergus Falls in boys soccer at Fergus Falls. That will be a 7 o'clock game as well. Pre-match coverage brought to you by Jartner Motors of Alexandria will air out in front of the play-by-play starting around 6:30 both nights. Cardinal volleyball from St. Cloud Tech on Thursday. Then we're down in the St. Cloud Metro for Alexandria football at Sartell on Friday night. Big thanks to Jackson back at the KXRA studio in downtown Alexandria for the great work in master control. JP Boleen, fabulous job upstairs navigating against the weather elements on the home opener on this first Friday in September. JP, good luck as you go out for a little bird hunting over the weekend out in far western Minnesota. And thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports programming, and special thanks to Jartner Motors for presenting our post-game report. Again, the final in the Alexandria football home opener. Good news for the Cardinals. They get the win by shutout. Alexandria 7, Monticello nothing. For JP and Tim Zupfer, DMAC Dave McClurg wishing you a good night from Viking Bank Field in Alexandria.